right, we are live from New York. It's no different show.
No, we're not.
They got postponed today, so.
Did they? No,
yeah.
That's such. I mean, I guess you can't really do live. Oh, now okay, all right. So let's get it. I just want just so everybody sees what I'm seeing. Can we get everybody? Can I just have you guys sound off so I can I'm not crazy. So Clovis, can you just say something?
Something.
There we go. That's gonna be the joke, isn't it? All right, Kayair, can you say something?
Something.
See how he's frozen there and he's not moving?
Yeah, I see it.
Oh, yeah,
I see it.
All right, so Beatrice, can you say something?
Something.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, that was just a
trying
little...
to move too.
Yeah, that's good. If you keep moving, then everything will be fine. Corbin.
Something.
All right, that's something. And Spangle.
Something.
All right, there's something in the air, guys. It's the internet. We are back in New Phandalin, and I'd love it, love, capital Love, if somebody would give us a recap of what happened last time on the Real House-elves of New Phandalin. Anybody, not everybody all at once, though.
We destroyed a mimic.
Yeah.
If I recall, I shot it straight through its head.
You call it that. Nope.
No, that tracks. I think that's about right.
I did. That's what happened.
Yeah. Okay.
I did stab it a few times.
All right, and what else happened? Yes, you killed a mimic. You tracked it down. You were with your deductive reasoning. You knew exactly where it was, pinpointed it, and found it with no problems whatsoever on your very first try. And it was awesome. And
there was a lot of barrel tapping.
Yeah,
Stabbing.
Sometimes you gotta tap a barrel. I get it.
Gotta tap a barrel, and that was more done by, Corbin. He was a great barrel tapper. I think he's the one that found it, or was it Beatrice?
No, I thought it was Lexi that did.
It was.
Oh, Luxie got her. Luxie got her shoe caught in it. Yeah, you got your shoe. That's right. And then it was an all-out war. I was shooting wildly, in the ceiling. I think Kayair got his club stuck in it. Corbin got his axe stuck in it. Beatrice just got stuck in it.
I think she just kept stabbing
I didn't.
it.
I just kept stabbing.
Oh
it.
yeah, no, you were the one slicing it. You were slicing, dicing.
Slicing and dicing over here.
It was
what
good
you do.
slicing and dicing.
And then we were able to get from the two kings, from Nerkly and Carbaz, we got a magic hat and a wand of sparkles.
Yes.
Sparkles.
A wand of sparkles. Yeah, I think
Was it pyrotechnics?
Yeah, I think it was a wand of pyrotechnics, but wand of
No,
sparkles
I like
sounds
wand
better.
of sparkles better. Yeah.
I think we can rename that. I think that works.
It is.
Yeah.
And then
I don't care what it's actually called there on the character sheet. Like that is canon. It is wand of sparkles.
I took a jar. I took a jar of an empty jar, and I scraped up some ichor from the mimic. And I know the gnomes were super excited that they have a dead mimic in their barrel room.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went, and you guys decided that we were going to go to Butterskull Ranch to look at some orcs. We need to help whoever, or proof of death of Big Al, which that's going to be awesome. We could have done the logging camp. Should have been.
Tell us how you really feel, though.
I feel like people don't really know how bad orcs are, and my character has had some experience as orcs, mostly in hiding. So we'll see what happens. I'm not excited about orcs.
Good. You shouldn't be. But you shouldn't have been excited about anything, really. You should just be excited to be adventuring. Like, nothing specific should. It's all exciting. There was bad stuff at the logging camp too. Let me just say that. It's all about even at this point. Well, there's one of them that was a little bit worse.
Yeah. But I would like to point out there was a gold mine that we passed up.
Yes, I agree with Spangle. Gold mine. Come on.
Yeah.
Gold mine.
You did pass up the gold mine. But you know what? With I mean, the reward there would be great, but maybe the risk would be pretty high. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe you'll end up going there at a later time. Maybe will be the next place you go if you
Or
so
we could
decide.
just go now.
Or you,
Yeah,
oh,
forget the orcs.
fudge.
Oh.
You almost made me have a
So
bad
close.
word.
It's gonna happen.
Don't you do that.
So, are we
Because-
gonna go to the gold mine now?
Yeah, if you guys really want to see me tilted, you will go to the gold mine and I
I
will.
second the gold mine.
You know what? Ultimately, it's your guys' choice. I can't stop you from
He's, like,
doing
crying.
I don't. Oh.
All right, we'll go to your.
I was about to say you did something so kind in making a decision for your DM so he didn't have to prepare for too many things. Because that would be
Looks like the
less
stream dropped
less
again.
easy. Son of a gun, really? Is it dropped
Oh,
again?
it's
It dropped
yes.
again, yeah.
Bummer. All right. Well,
And your wife
And-
subscribed, by the way.
I got a sub and it dropped. Damn
Mhm.
it.
Wait.
I mean, to be fair, you could just yell upstairs and thank her. I'm just saying.
To be fair,
To be fair.
it seems. Wait, did it drop?
I don't think it
Um,
dropped. I might.
Yeah,
Yeah,
might
it-
go look.
no, it
Just-
did. It
it-
dropped
it, like,
there for a
flickered.
second. We
It's
had
back up
some
on mine.
flickage. So I don't know. I if it's not stable, I don't think we should roll with it. What do you guys think? Like we lost
I mean,
I mean,
it lost
Go to
30
the
seconds
buff then.
there while it was trying to buffer.
it's rough.
And it
I mean, I'd still like to play, but
yeah, I know,
that
me
does
too.
put you in a weird spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sure does. Okay, well, we could, here's an idea. We could play and not stream it. And then I could run it as a, oh no, I don't know if I can do it as a rerun if it never actually ran. never
Do you
tried
maybe
that.
want to try, even though it's not quite as good, using Discord instead of Skype, or do you think it has more to do with
I don't
Like,
think that's
Twitch
the
and your
issue.
internet?
Yeah, I think
I
it's
think it's the internet.
the internet. Indeed. Well, you know what? Bottom line is I'm recording, so one way or the other, I'll have the content. Let's see if it works
Let's
okay.
roll the dice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or so they say. Let's
I feel
roll
like
the
that joke's gonna
dice.
be made a bunch.
I mean, it works for me. No, not initiative. We're not fighting. But I appreciate it. That's way to show initiative there, Spangle.
Oh, what a joke. I rolled an 85 on 100, so.
Hey, that's not bad.
That's probably gonna be your best roll for the day.
All right, so okay.
I think so.
So let's. Do you guys want to leave it up to the dice, and I'll do a roll D100, and on a 50 or above, we go with it, and below.
I mean, I rolled an 85. That counts. We're good, right?
Oh, well,
I'll take Fritz's roll.
okay, all right.
think
I
it's-
guess we're playing.
Fine by me.
I guess we don't care about the stream. We don't care about the thing that Jason is doing all this for. See, I mean,
we do care, but Fritz just rolled another 76.
Stop rolling. It's looking bad.
rolling.
See,
Okay,
do care
quit it.
about
Quit it. Stop. Just stop. What are you doing?
you care.
Just rolling.
I
Rolling.
appreciate your caring
Rolling with
nature.
it.
Just roll with it. 118. That's not bad.
Oh,
It's-
I hit the wrong button.
That's a good one.
All right.
119 out of 100.
There we go.
That is impressive.
Yeah.
See, it's still good though. There you go.
I think there's like a way to fudge numbers too. I can fudge 5. Oh, I can tell it what I want it to be if you do the fudge numbers. I didn't do that. I just-
-2.
We got a -2 in there.
Fudge
Okay.
a number.
So let's do it. Let's just roll and make it happen, and see how it shakes out. Because we'll have the recording one way or the other, and we'll put it up on YouTube at some point.
Oh, that was a good
Um,
roll.
So all right. So you guys killed a mimic.
Mimic.
A mimic is
Yeah,
that the pronunciation that we're going with? The mimic.
The Mamek.
Nemecians.
Nemecians. And we got a Dragon Ball.
And you picked up the Dragon Ball, and so you got
Yes.
Yes, I'm gonna make wishes.
you got the
Nice shirt for that today.
I'm wearing DBZ right now. Boom.
Nice.
What?
Little
You?
action. My wife got this for me from Walmart, I think, when she was getting all those supplies to stock up on. It was
Did you
toilet
guys get a
paper
million
and
toilet paper?
Goku. That's all they had left. There was no Piccolo. All right, so you guys have you returned to New Phandalin. You destroyed a mimic. You got a wand of sparkles. You got a hat of wizardry, high wizardry, something.
You're a wizard, Harry.
But we gave it away.
But you gave it away.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else happened? You chose orcs, but there were some other magical items that were distributed and put into people's journals that got them. Yeah, Beatrice, what'd you get?
Yeah, I got an amulet and a staff. I don't remember what they're called though.
You could
can
always
probably
click
find
in
out
your
by
journal because I think I done put them in there.
Oh, that is
You
smart.
done put them in there.
I done
Oh.
put them in there. Let me see if I can get chat popped out here. Pop out chat. So I can put it in another window and maybe even pretend like I'm watching chat a little bit. It's always a good thing to do, right? Excuse me.
You should occasionally.
All right, so you guys have options. You're in town. You can do whatever the heck you like. I know that you've become accustomed with the town, and if you need reminders of what the name.
What's the time? What's the time right now?
You guys returned from your last from Nomagard. You had slept over in Nomagard, right? And then you had like a 2-hour trek back to New Phandalin, or less than 2 hours. So whenever you woke up there, I mean, I'd say it's around noon. I think that's what we landed on before.
All right.
Okay.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I really would like to spend some of my money. I would
Same.
like to get a nice new suit of armor, because if we're gonna fight orcs, that could be a problem.
I don't think you can afford a new suit of armor.
I can too.
I think you're broke.
I think we're all pretty broke. You can buy some clothes, but I don't think you can buy armor.
I have 51 gold pieces.
How
don't-
much gold do we
Yeah,
have
you don't.
collectively, group?
I think all in all, we should have gotten 15 gold from what we've done.
No, it's a little bit
Right.
more than that. I mean, you've
I have 10 in my inventory.
You've
right
done a
now.
couple quests where you've gotten 50 for the group, right? And you're about to go
I
on.
thought we
one.
got a
Yeah, we've had
we got
two
a
quests.
5er and a 10 each.
Oh,
I thought
yeah.
that's what we got.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
Was
I
it
mean, I'm not-
25
I'm not
and 50?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're shooting around 70, 75 net worth for our crew.
Well, then
So-
then there were other things you've picked up, and you've had a couple little things here and there, right? Maybe.
We didn't make any major purchases though, so that's like I said, like 70 something.
Sure.
Spent a lot of money on food.
Most importantly, how are the status of my shoe?
Oh
Like, is it
Oh,
is
yeah.
it wrecked?
It's seen better days. It's kind of like that, that shoe that you wore a little bit too long, and it's got like the front is flappy, and it's like talking to you every time you take a step. Like it kind of goes
No.
That's
um,
embarrassing.
It's
You know,
time
like-
for a new shoe.
like a chair.
Just like a chair.
So yeah, it's flapping and it's talking to you every step you take, because it kind of, to get it off of the mimic with the gooiness, you had to pull it back and it peeled the sole away from the rest of the shoe. So I'm sure a good cobbler could take care of that for you. I'm looking up weapons and armor for you, Kurt, but let's see. If you've got 45 gold pieces,
Yeah.
you can get a studded leather, which is your dex plus 12.
I would like to purchase that.
But do you have that amount of money? And also,
Yeah.
what are you wearing now that's worse than that?
Light armor.
It's made of light? That sounds bad ass. That's as
It
powerful
would be
as I can
awesome.
get.
Yeah,
That sounds
it's
amazing.
also it's the cloak of invisibility.
What? I
No,
didn't.
they-
What?
When did your character find
It's
that?
literally just invisible.
All right. So if you've got that on your character sheet, is that the communal gold though? Is that everybody's gold?
Yeah,
No,
that's
yeah.
all of our gold.
Yep.
No, because you guys, we split it up last time.
No,
this
no,
is what I
Just this last time you split it up. You've been the one that's been taking.
Oh,
I asked you to
fine.
take all the notes for the gold and
Oh, you're right.
compile
I did
that
that. You're
originally.
right. That's why I
So-
have that first. But yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't 50 each,
That's
it
why
was
I got a
50
bunch
total.
of money.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're
well,
not as
you know
rich as you
what?
think you are.
For what it's worth, I expect that from Fritch, but not from you.
Well,
Clovis.
you should read my character sheet more often.
Okay, well maybe I should expect it from Clovis Bookstring, but I don't expect it from Kurt.
I'm not Kurt. I'm Clovis right now, but fine.
All right.
I'll keep your gold safe.
Fair enough. Did you just wink? Was it?
I did.
I'll keep it safe.
I did wink. It was kind of
Super creepy.
I say we get some shoes real quick and head on out.
Yeah, you don't want to check out anything else while you're here. You don't want to drop in the old tavern or anything. Get some nom noms
yes.
and
I want to go. I want to eat something.
and glug glugs. All right, good. So go.
I'm going to the.
So
go to the tavern, guys.
So
you can buy some goat's milk.
those that care to head over to the Stonehill Inn, and it sounds like at least Clovis is going. Anybody else?
I'll grab some.
I'll go
food
with.
there.
Is Tolwyn there?
You
He's
better
always
believe
there.
that he's there.
Tolwyn!
So
He
as
came
you
back from an adventure.
as you approach the Stonehill Inn, you see signs posted for what looks to be like some kind of a big event that's coming soon. And it's like a big poster for what you can assume is like a band. I'm not sure that any of you have ever heard of them, but it says like coming soon B4, and that's the name of this band, and it's got like it's rattled off a few of their biggest hits are kind of like italicized and in this cool like gnarly font. And they look like super cool and grunge and awesome. Like everybody's just gonna love this band. So there's some band that looks like they're gonna be headlining at the old Stonehill Inn.
And what's the band's name?
B4,
B4.
like the letter B and then the number 4.
Oh, not like beef
Not like-
cattle and iron ore.
No, or not like B4, like before and after, but the letter B and then the number 4, B4. So Tolbin sees you open the door, and he lets out the biggest like excited announcement of like, they're back! Yes, you made it! I'm so happy because that's the voice that is mine, not the other one. So, I'm so happy that you've come back. Word of your efforts in Nomergard are they've resounded all over the town. You guys are the best. You're not only amazing singer, but you're also great adventurers. Who knew? I was afraid you'd never be back to grace us with your song.
Toblin, what the hell is that poster outside?
Oh, you saw it! This is amazing news! The word that you had been just popping off with regards to our karaoke and performance, it's bringing business here! I can't wait! B4 is the greatest! I can't believe that they would ever want to play a small town like this. I can't imagine they're gonna get any good exposure from us, but man, I can't wait! It's gonna bring in everybody! I'm gonna have to milk extra goats! For goat milk, because that's apparently the only served drink here.
And they're headlining.
Yes, they are the biggest thing in the world.
They're not that good.
They're amazing. They're like the biggest boy band ever.
All right, so I'm like, well, I'm gonna play right now. Like I like go over to like the area. I'm like a little bit frustrated. I pull out my, I'm gonna take my lute, I'm tuning it up, and I'm gonna think of a song to play.
All right, give me a performance check. Because I feel like you're angry at this one, and this one goes with disadvantage, just because you're tilted. Like you can't. So you
can't play mad.
Yeah, you can't quite do it unless you want to burn that. Oh, you can't burn your advantage because you're at disadvantage. So yeah, you're gonna you're a little pitchy. Like
you're a little pitchy.
Hey dog, you're a little pitchy. I don't know. Like it's not bad, but like so the people in the bar or in the inn are like they know that you've done better, so they give you a pass, but there's clearly something just not quite on for your game tonight. You just seemed really angry and upset about this whole B4 thing.
I know it. I storm off. I'm just very mad.
Tolbin comes over to the rest of you that are there and says, is he gonna be all right? Because I don't want him to be embarrassed when B4 is here, and if it's gonna be like that, it's not gonna be pretty.
Oh, he'll be all right. He's just a little jealous.
If you say
you know
so.
how those bards are. All a bunch of prima donnas.
Tell me about it. Oh, it's been ridiculous getting these B4 guys all booked to come and play the Stonehill Inn, but we can't wait. It's gonna be amazing.
Oh boy, I'm excited.
What can I get you guys?
Tolbin, have you got any empty rooms now?
Of course. Yeah, until B4 is here, there's gonna be rooms available, but you want to book up big time when they're gonna come in town, and it should be soon. So I don't know, if you want to buy up a room and hold it for a few days, I'd be happy to hold your money.
Yeah, could we do that for like a week for me?
Sure. Yeah.
Just for you.
That'll be 10.
Just for me.
7 gold. I believe it was 1 gold a night. No, it's 3.5 gold. So 5 silver pieces a night. I always forget my different prices. These are rooms in the B wing, so it's very confusing. So if you got 3.5 gold, certainly it's good for a week.
I will part with. Wait a minute. No, it says I only have 3 gold piece. 3
gold can get you 6 nights.
Let's do that for now. The Spangle's going to wonder where the rest of the gold has gone.
It's over. I think Clovis is holding it for you guys. So
like I think he's got 10 gold for each of us.
Yes, or 15.
And then, or actually more than that. Yeah.
I think it was 25 and 50 for the 2 quests. Excuse me. So you've booked it up. We'll take it off your sheet later, or you keep track of it. I trust you.
Get it right now.
You're all adults. Do it correctly, except for you, Corbin. I'm watching you. 2 eyes. So he's very happy. He booked your room. You're in the books. You can see him write it down. He pulls out this this comically large pen quill, and he's like, and he's and there you go. You're set for 6 days. Now, I can't promise anything after that, but if you've got more money, I'll do my best to accommodate. And is that going to be set up for only you, or will there be other people subletting?
I'm not sleeping there.
It's girls' room only.
Hey, I mean,
Fair enough.
Outside.
All right. Nope, you guys are really cheap. Can't get a room. That's fine. I'm sure that we won't have to keep watch if you guys don't sleep in rooms and get mugged in the middle of the night. So he asked you, so did you guys ever check out that lighthouse that I was talking about?
Not yet.
not yet.
You know, I've heard of a couple more ships that have gone down out there. It might be worth taking a look at. Or you guys have anything else planned?
Gonna go hunt
No,
some
I
orcs.
suppose not. We could change our plans right now.
Yeah.
Oh wait, Jason doesn't trust me. Yeah, let's go to the lighthouse.
What do you mean change your plans? If you had some, I don't know that you should do that. Seems irresponsible. Because again, if you already have some plans, I'd stick with those for sure. But I just wanted to remind you that maybe I had told you about something, and I didn't know if you remembered. And in one ear, out the other. That's what they say.
We remembered about the ships. We could, because there's probably lots of treasure.
Maybe we'll do that next.
Kind of like gold mines. Ahem.
Oh, you heard about the gold mine that was posted? I saw that, and I thought some lucky adventurer is gonna come in there, and they're gonna snatch that one up, and they're gonna make a pretty penny. But I bet it's bad in there, because anybody that goes into a gold mine, I mean, they've probably got a lot of muscle, backing them up.
Oh.
Just saying, it sounds like it's a dangerous job, and that's why it pays the big bucks. Whereas I'll just sit here and rake it in with people that need to get rooms, cleaning sheets, and staying away from viruses. It's my job.
So I come back into the inn at this time, and I'm like, I say, Tolbin, is there any tinkerers in town or anyone who would be interested in buying this ichor that from a mimic?
You say ichor. I've always said ichor, but yeah, it's potato on that one.
Tomato.
Well, nobody says tomato. That's crazy.
Oh my God, I walk back out. I storm right back out.
Tolbin is just baffled. Are you sure he's gonna be okay? It really seems like it's getting to him. He and I always had a good rapport. I'm sure it's nothing.
I'm like yelling outside, just like storming around. I mean, if you were to listen, I'm like, God damn it! Like outside, like
it sounds like your last adventure really maybe messed him up. I'll make sure that he feels nice and special next time he comes in. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be getting all this business. And honestly, I'd never heard anybody as talented perform while he was here. And that'll all change in a few days. Wow, so cool.
And you hear things like, "This always happens to me. I'm never good enough, right, Mom?"
He sounds like he might have some issues in his past. I don't know that he's stable to perform. We'll talk about maybe he can open for them if they don't have an opening act. That might be fun. It might be something we throw into an episode, huh?
Sounds great.
I'm sure that'll go over well. So he doesn't know of any tinkerers. He says, you guys can tell him this. I don't think he's coming back in. No tinkers in town that would be looking for any of that ichor. Ichor? What did he say? It's weird. But I've heard that stuff is sticky, so I'm sure there'll be a good use for it.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Hip, hip, cheerio. Chip. So so what are you gonna go do? If it's not the lighthouse, what are your plans?
We're gonna go fight some orcs. Cause that sounds like a good time.
Orcs?
Yeah.
Oh, they're the worst. I hope you're prepared. What do you know of orcs?
They're big.
I don't know
strong.
like anything of orcs. Like there were some half orcs in the city that would sometimes come past the temple, and they could be a bit rough.
Yeah, they're similar to a half orc, but a half orc is a little more civilized. You gotta think that a half orc is, depending on who raised it, usually the human mother. It's typically gonna be getting a lot of that human feeling and love and care.
You shouldn't call them it. It's like people just like you and me.
No, damn it.
You broke him. You broke him.
No, you're right. The half orcs they're a gentle, kind, loving group of people, and they're wonderful. That's all I gotta say about that.
You don't need to mollycoddle me.
Fair. I'll look that one up after you leave. Gobbledygook. So it says, I do hear they are.
Nomengard too.
Absolutely, everybody knows that one. I do hear the orcs are very ferocious fighters. Maybe not the smartest, and they'll defend their lives to the bitter end. Typically, won't run away or try to bargain. They're ferocious warriors. So be careful. Be prepared.
Okay.
Cool. And he kind of goes back to doing his barkeep stuff, and the place is a little bit more abuzz. You can tell that he's been cleaning up and making sure that everything is getting nice and ready for B4, and that it's gonna be the place is gonna look as nice as it's ever looked, as though they're the number one thing in town. Like you can see he's already gone and probably picked up some cool party streamers, and he's starting to hang them, and just in preparation for whenever this big concert is. Excuse me. All right, what would you like to do next?
Well,
think I'll grab
Spangle
some food
Luxie
here.
is going to change into a nice, fresh pressed set of robes, and she always wears a big turtleneck as well. So it's like kind of like a suit jacket. Now she'll like pull out some boots that she has that are like matching. For the last ones were like blue. Now she's got kind of like an all green pantsuit. With robe and turtleneck kind of thing going on, and big shoulder pads.
Oh, of course.
Not like armored shoulder pads, but like just shoulder pads.
Oh, I know about shoulder pads. So she's looking very fashionable. Everybody in the inn recognizes that this is a person that knows high fashion. A high elf, high fashion.
Yes.
So very, very. You're turning heads everywhere you go, and everybody notices the designer clothes and the really sweet digs. What was the word? Mollycoddle?
Mollycoddle.
I've never heard of it.
All right.
Sounds
Nope, I
fancy.
think you made it up.
No,
I'm pretty
Oh.
sure you made it up.
I mean, I understand
It's
coddle.
like to not quite pamper.
Yeah,
It's like
okay.
if you're like telling somebody, it's like, oh, grandpa's just sleeping. You're mollycoddling someone, right?
Oh. when
It's
they're
like-
it's to
dead.
treat someone in an indulgent or overprotective way.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. The more you know.
Grandpa's actually dead.
Oh man,
And now you know.
he's been mollycoddled to death.
Um,
much fun.
So the quest board pin that you took and paper gives you directions to head on out to Coneyberry. Excuse me, which is quite some ways away. And as you're leaving,
That's where Butterskull Ranch is, Coneyberry.
yeah.
Is
So
it as far away as, say, the lighthouse?
I don't think Jay wants to go to Lighthouse.
don't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
you don't know because you ain't been there. How about that? Maybe not.
Okay.
Look, if you're gonna go, just rip off the freaking band-aid, get it over with. I'll deal with it. Either way, I don't care. I don't even care anymore.
They're going to this Coneyberry place.
Yeah, I can't deal with the anticipation. So until you're actually there, this is one of those things like where you don't tell your kids that such and such is coming over because well, maybe it gets canceled. Like you just don't know. And until you're actually in Coneyberry or outside of it at Butterskull Ranch, I'm gonna assume that you're gonna be everywhere. You're going everywhere. I got it. Nailed it.
Have they left the tavern yet?
Have you?
Well, he's out, or
I'm outside,
He's
so I'm just
outside.
gonna wait.
Clovis is pouting outside.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna do? Are you leaving the tavern? Get out of the inn.
Yeah,
Tolbin, Tolbin looks at
ready
you and
to
says,
go.
"All right, you adventurers, off on your next one. I can't wait to hear about it. Off you go. I've got things to do, and unless you're gonna help me set up for B4, which would be wonderful and make for exciting and in fun times, I'm sure. There's lots of things to hang and lots of windows to shine. I need you to get on out of here. Up to
Okay.
you. Is
I'm
it a
gonna-
cleaning
I'm gonna
party
head
or an
out.
adventuring party? You
rush
choose.
outside.
All right, so he has effectively got you out of the inn, and he will level
Yeah.
up to level 2 for making you guys leave. So you guys join Clovis outside, who's still pouting, I'm sure.
I'm not going back in there. I am not going back in there. Okay? I am upset.
You don't have to go back in there, Clovis. Let's go kill some things. That'll make you feel better.
It's always made me feel better, but I'm not very good at killing things either.
He did
But you
say
can
he wanted you to
try.
bring an opening act.
What?
Introduce perform before them.
I could do that.
There you go.
Yeah.
Clovis. Before. Clovis is before. I like it.
That's good. That's good. I like it.
Beatrice,
Alright.
thank you.
You're
I'm almost happy enough to go do something else. Let's do it. Let's go.
All right.
My Skype crashed. Sorry.
Yeah, went a little bit crazy there. Okay, so you guys are you've reinvigorated Clovis. You've got him out of his funk, and hopefully the apathy is past, and he's ready to go murder some orcs.
All right.
Yeah. Or just figure out what's going on.
Or just figure out what's going on. You know, I'll leave that up to you guys. So let's see. You are you guys leaving town, or is there anything else that you want to do?
I would like to get my gold from Clovis and make a couple purchases.
All right, that's quite all right. So you
right.
just make the purchases within the amount that you have, and then just put a minus on your character sheet of what you need to shore up with Clovis.
I can just, yeah. Do you want me to subtract 15 and add it to your thing? What do you want?
Yeah, it's fine by me.
Yeah, go ahead and do it.
I'm taking away 15.
Anybody else gonna buy stuff? Know what you're doing and buy it now. Okay, cool, good. 1, 2, 3. What are you buying,
Spangle
Kayair?
Luxie needs to have her shoe.
You can go
Cobbler.
to, I think it was Lion Shield Costers for armory and stuff, and they can certainly fix up your shoe.
How much is that going to run me?
It's gonna be just a silver.
Okay.
That's not bad.
No, it's not bad.
How would I add something to my inventory?
You just kind of write it on there.
Okay, just write it. Cool.
Clovis, can I have a silver?
I'm going to give you 15 gold pieces because that's just easier for me.
The shoes are taken care of. Don't worry about it. We'll take it out afterwards. Not important. Let's go.
I subtracted away 15 from you. I just subtracted away 15, so you should add that to your gold.
Yeah, add it on. Everybody go ahead and add their 15 onto their character sheet, and then you were in town and you had access to everything in that PHB, and you bought what you wanted. We're good to go. Anthony, what are you buying specifically? Because you asked.
I am buying a set of robes, which is 1 gold, a bag of ball bearings, which is 1 gold, and I am buying a couple stacks, which are one copper.
All right, sounds good. You got it. Nailed it. Have them all. You went to Barthen's provisions for all of those, and Barthen hooked it up.
Is there a
Let's
blacksmith?
go.
Yeah, fine.
There is a blacksmith in town over at Lion Shield Costers, I believe.
Would they buy the Ichor
Yeah,
Probably
for
not.
sword making?
no, not for sword making, but you hold on to it. I'm sure you'll find somebody that wants to buy it.
Okay. All right, let's go.
I say that because I know all of the people in existence in this game.
What?
All right, so
How's that possible?
you guys are off on the sword on the Sword Coast map here, and you are going to be moving. What the little bit is? It's you know that Coneyberry is over in this direction, and you know that it's about a 2 days trek to make it over there, and
we're down here, right?
Yeah, and you've been told that that the Butterskull Ranch is just a little bit further than that, so a little bit east from Coneyberry. Coneyberry was a town long ago that was a thriving town on the Tribord Trail, and it is no longer a thriving town because hundreds of years ago it was sacked and it's never been rebuilt. So barbarians descended upon it from mountains in the area and just wrecked them. Damn near killed them. So that's where you're going off to, and you have your choice to go by the path, or you could stay off the path, and take longer, or whatever you would like. The world is your oyster, but you're going over in this direction.
All right.
So tell me how you go, and I'll tell you how far you get in a night.
I turn to the rangers and I say, "What do you think is the safest way?"
So Courtney or Beatrice and I are talking, and we decide the safest way for our party is to stay on the.
Do you both decide that together? Oh no! Did I lose everybody?
You did.
Stream went down. Yep.
Oh.
The other thing I want to do was bust out a a ritual. It cost me 10 gold to summon a familiar. I mean, may as well.
Sure.
Chili.
And how long do you
Yeah,
get to keep that for?
It's it's the find familiar one. So I can poof it away if I want, but if it gets killed, I need to spend money to resummon it. But yeah, the cost is 10 gold. You got to go like burn some stuff. So I figure just knock it out in the town.
All right. So what's
Um,
your little duder? What is your?
It's gonna be an owl. I want him to sit on top of my head.
And does he have a
Of course
name?
you do.
I haven't thought of one yet. I wanna get to know him first
Fair. You know
before I
what?
give him a name.
That's how you deal with babies too. So it's like you don't want to name them until you know them a little bit. We haven't
Yep.
named our youngest one yet. I feel like once they've been out of the womb for as long as they've been in, then they should have a name. So 9 months, give or take. So
It's reasonable.
yeah, it really is. So so what does your owl look like?
Ooh. You know what? I think he's actually gonna come out surprisingly enough green. Because he's gonna be a Fey owl. He's gonna be green with little white eyes.
Absolutely
What kind of owl?
frightening. Cool.
Yeah. Fine
Yeah.
with it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. What kind of owl?
Oh, a Fey owl.
Oh, obviously. Yeah. No. Duh. You said that.
Oh.
No, but like,
Oh.
it's
You're
fine.
saying like what kind of owl?
Yeah, yeah. What kind of
Ooh.
owl?
I don't know, Court. What's your pet?
I don't have one yet.
Is
You
it going to be the
probably should.
natural predator of that particular pet? Like, what kind of owl is?
Is it a barn owl? Is it a snow owl?
That's true. It could be a
Give me
green
a
snow
moment.
owl with like a reversed green and white for the eyes instead. All right, so you got an owl. It's perched on your head. It listens to you. It loves you. It just treats you like the greatest thing since sliced bread. So you guys are on the trail. You're heading out, going towards Coneyberry.
Yep.
Sounds.
This is my pet.
The rangers
take
are
out-
leading.
I take out my loot, and I've gotten back some of my confidence. I'm just starting to play like traveling and traveling. Deet, 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 deet. We're following the leader, the leader, the leader. We're following the leader wherever they may go. Hee-ho, hee-hee, diddly-dum today. Something like that.
How does it continue, or do you just do
Yeah,
that?
it does a whole
It's
thing.
a real
Yeah.
short song.
All right.
The song that never ends.
This is
Oh,
the
no.
song.
The song and-
All right, so you guys you travel along the trail, and you can one of you give me a d20 roll, and who's in the front? What's your marching
am.
order? Corbin?
Me, then
Probably
Beatrice,
Rangers.
then those. I don't know what order you guys are.
Yeah.
Who's in the back?
All right.
It's just
So you
everybody
left
else.
the two rangers on the front, so they leave the rest of the party in the back.
That's smart.
Yeah,
All right, so Corbin, go
Because we
ahead.
definitely shouldn't have one of us in the back.
All right, so Beatrice, you want to be in the back?
I'll
and
take the
Corbin-
back. Yeah,
all
I'll
right,
take the rear.
So
Oh,
Whoa.
Corbin, go. You roll a 20.
break the silence.
And Beatrice, I want you to roll a 20 as well. All right. Did I believe I saw on at least one of your character sheets you had knowledge of whenever there's something within a 5-mile radius or something like that, like that
What's your favorite enemy?
you are either of you proficient with a particular type of animal monster?
Oh, oops.
my favorite
read it.
enemy are beasts,
Okay,
and I'm
Beatrice,
natural explorer.
do you happen to know your favorite animal?
I think Court picked giants, didn't you?
Gigante.
El Gigante.
Okay, cool, sweet.
I could be wrong.
So
You want me to help you look?
Corbin,
Yes.
your tingle senses are going
I can't
off.
resist things.
There
Oh
are
my.
beasts everywhere within five miles. You seem, since you're kind of like skirting where the forest is, you feel beasts to your north, and you feel beasts to your south and east and west, and on all the cardinal directions in between. So you definitely feel beasts around you, as though they inhabit this world. So there are plenty of beasts. You
It
guys,
looks like Court's favorite is
Giants.
Okay, so you guys make it about a day's travel distance, and you make it right about halfway to Coneyberry. So right in this general area. I guess I could write something on there, huh?
Mhm.
Let me give you a mark. Let me freehand that. No, I'll give it a nice shape. Draw
Can I
shape.
make drawings?
No, don't you
Aw.
dare. All right, so you guys
Then
make it.
what?
You make it to about there. You make good time before it comes nightfall. And what would you like to do? How would you like to handle the dark? The dark.
I think you guys should set up camp, Rangers.
It's fair.
Make
Yeah.
us do all the hard work, huh?
Hey, it's
Yeah,
kind of your
Rangers-
thing, right?
We're used to guiding.
You
doing
are
our
a
job.
ranger.
It's been a long day. I think we should set up camp somewhere safe. I'd like to scout around for a safe place to set up camp for the night. I don't know, Jason.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a roll of survival roll. Yeah.
I mean, I've got nature and survival proficient too.
Yeah, anybody
feel
that's
like
proficient
most of
with
us
it
have
can
it.
go ahead and roll that.
19
That's
is
a
probably fine.
Yeah,
that's a
19.
great ranger roll.
You find a beautiful spot. It's flat. It's dry. It's slightly elevated. The sky looks like it's a nice, beautiful starry night where there's no clouds in sight, and you think that it's you found the perfect place. There's even some like branches that are kind of like they almost look like they were like placed there, like somebody knew you were gonna be there, and they've like put all the things that you could put together a little bivouac, and it's all there for you to kind of like assemble. So it couldn't have been any easier. You found the perfect spot.
This spot looks
Corbin,
great.
You're the best.
You on the ground,
Yay.
you do find what looks like maybe somebody had been there, and seen this perfect spot as well. There's a little bit of litter that's been left around. It's not exactly a like designated campsite, but there are like wrappers from not like performing wrappers, but like wrappers as you would expect from like granola bars kind of thing, or fantasy granola bars.
Yeah.
So it's from like Nature's Valley sounds still pretty fantasy. I'm okay with that. So there's Nature's Valley bars that are just kind of like there, and they seem like prominently displayed, like somebody left them up there like, oh yeah, take a look at that, Nature's Valley.
Stream brought to you by Nature's Valley.
Exactly. So
I pick
not
up
a
one of the
sponsor, but
wrappers
could
with.
be.
what was that, Spangle?
I pick up one of the wrappers and turn to Kayair's owl and say, "Give a hoot, don't pollute,"
That's good.
and put it into a trash bag.
I would give you advantage, but you already have it. So you have an inspiration still. The evening comes, and there has it's getting dark and darker, and the stars are brighter and brighter, and it's just a beautiful evening. How are you going to handle sleeping?
I take
Okay.
first.
Good night, you guys.
I'll take first watch.
We can take turns on watch.
What?
Okay.
I started a pot of coffee on the fire
Nice.
Coffee? But it's
Is it a French
bedtime.
press?
for the people that are gonna stay up.
Like
The one people.
I stay up. It's bedtime. It's time to go to sleep, you guys.
All right. So are you splitting the watch into 2-hour shifts and letting 4 people go, or are the elves going to try to like kind of go it a little bit extra because they don't have to sleep as much, or how do you want to split
Yeah, I
this
can
up?
do that. I can do the trance.
Okay. So you're going to take a 4-hour shift and also get your full rest because you can trance it up.
Sounds nice.
Yeah.
Other elf,
Kurt's-
how do you feel?
I'll stay up late.
Is Kurt frozen? Damn it.
And on the creepiest face
What a
ever.
face!
That's
Look
a-
at that.
That's a good. Can we all try to make the Kurt face? I can't even. It's like it's sort of open. Let's see. It's on the other side. All right. So he's looking. He's looking this way.
That's the he just dropped a filthy joke and he's waiting for you to get it.
Uh,
Eh? Eh?
okay, so hopefully Clovis will be back, but he's frozen in time, which means I can give him the offline screen. But I'll probably
that face is pretty great.
yeah, you know what? We'll leave that one. That'll be his
That
new
should be his
offline
offline
screen.
That should be his offline
Screenshot
screen.
it,
That's more natural.
that one.
I'll try to screen grab that. That's important that we get that real quick. Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully I can get it from there.
Fine.
Down.
Okay, so the two elves are gonna go ahead and they are going to do sleepy time and take shifts. So I'm going to go ahead and I am gonna roll for 8 hours. First hour passes with no problems. I assume you're keeping diligent watch, Spangle.
Yes, she's not used to this kind of responsibility, so she's very nervous about it, very kind of paranoid.
I can try to keep my
nothing.
owl.
Okay.
Have her keep company.
Oh yeah.
It
That
can
always
just
helps.
do its own thing. I don't think it really needs to sleep, right?
So-
She's never done this before, so she's very.
That's you.
So in the fourth hour, you do hear some rustling to the north.
That's you.
It doesn't seem to be anything like too scary, but there just seems to be some movement, and it's just north of where you guys are camping.
Oh, how far north?
It's well like a football field away, or what do they play in Harry Potter?
Quidditch.
It's a Quidditch field away. This is Harry Potter world, right? Is that
Lacrosse.
yeah?
I mean,
Yeah.
clearly.
Fantasy
See how quickly I
lacrosse
was on
field
that
away.
one?
It's a fantasy lacrosse field away. That's what it is.
Oh.
So nothing comes of it. You don't see anything. You just hear it kind of, there's rustling. And your 4 hours are up. You're good to go. You can go back to sleep, or you can go to sleep, real sleep. And Beatrice, let's give you your 4 hours here.
Alrighty.
What do you do to pass the time? Oh yeah. Okay. So
I thought that was a burp. I really thought it was a burp.
and all 4 hours for you pass very loudly. Without anything really interesting happening, fortunately for you. So the evening has passed and dawn is broke, and it's time to wake up and get ready for the rest of your trek. So everybody's roused and woken from their slumber.
Good morning, everybody.
All right, so let's eat some rations, strike camp, and keep heading up.
Yep. So you guys make it. Can I get let me get a perception check for Beatrice.
I was not prepared. Okay.
You are not prepared.
Okay, I was gonna say I clicked it. Where's the sound?
So during that night, you also heard like right in the like the 7th hour of your thing, you hear some rustling as well, and you think that you see like some lights from the north, so north of where you guys have set up camp. It just seems like something that is making a light is up to your north and just past the tree line.
Okay.
And then the morning comes and everybody's awake and you guys are ready to head on the road if you care to.
Oh.
A good
Okay.
idea to get going.
Let's get rolling.
Yeah.
Do you want to take the lead, Beatrice, and I'll head up the rear?
You want to take my spot now?
Yeah, we can rotate.
Okay.
Yeah, switch.
I'll take rear
turns.
guard.
Flip flop. Okay, so you guys can go ahead and make your way all the way to Coneyberry if there's nothing that you want to specifically be looking for or checking out.
Once we start getting on, I mean, are we gonna make it there?
What do you
Did-
mean?
I was gonna pop a ritual or two on the way.
Have you been planting your seeds?
Yeah, I do it at night.
Okay.
Yeah, every night. He's a seed man.
Um, but yeah, well, I mean, if we're actually getting close, if I know we're within like half an hour of the place, or if our rangers know we're within half an hour, do our
Yeah.
rangers know?
Well, you're gonna have a stop here coming up by like midday, or probably like 2 or 3 o'clock, where you'll reach Coneyberry, which is at that intersection. So it's up to you how you would like to proceed.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Well, what I wanted to do was, since you said I could, along the way, I will cast a ritual, which means I probably can't help anyone look out for stuff, but I was going to cast comprehend languages,
Okay.
which lets me understand what people say.
And how much
Then
of
it takes
a
10.
how much is there a component that you need to burn for that?
Not for that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, but I'll put it up real quick.
Awesome blossom.
Boop.
The old comprehend language.
Since we're gonna be around orcs.
Yeah, might as well, right? So you guys make your way up to Coneyberry, and as you approach the city, you do notice the ruins of a what seems like to be a very similar city to Newfoundland. Maybe a few like 100 meters larger in every direction. But it's like a total of like 10 or 15 houses more than what you have in Newfoundland, but all in complete shambles. It's been ransacked and is it's in a bad way. So it's like a totally run down, and you actually, as you are approaching, you see a few horses. They're off at a distance, and they're just kind of hanging around. They don't seem to be there's no other people around them. They're just 5 horses.
Is the horse tack attached?
Nope, it is not.
Just some lone horses.
I want to examine them
back.
if they're wild,
Yeah,
or
sorry.
if they're owned.
Sure. You want to go? Are you going to try to sneak up on them? Or are you trying to approach them? How is that going to look?
I'd like to quietly like crawl up to a safe distance where they won't notice me and examine from a distance if I can tell if they're owned or wild.
Okay. So you are able to, from a distance, using your keen.
Wait. Are we like as people stealth? I'm sorry to come back. I apologize.
No, it's all good.
That happens.
Welcome back. You are not stealthed, but you're like, as a party, you're not stealth, but you've just reached Coneyberry, and you on the outer limits of the town, you saw that it's a slightly larger town than what Phandalin is, and but it's been totally sacked and never rebuilt, and is in complete ruin and disrepair, past disrepair. It's in ruin, but there do happen to be 5 5 horses.
Little horses.
Yeah,
Little horses.
they're little horses. They're ponies.
Little
Miniature horses. It's so there are 5 horses, and Corbin is attempting to approach them from a safe distance to see if they are owned by anyone. So go ahead and give. Sorry, let Corbin, because he already had a thing kind of queued up. Corbin, can you go ahead and roll me a perception check?
Bloop. Oh, no bloop. You got it. There it is.
You see that they do have like bridles, but they don't, and saddles. So they clearly belong to someone. But there's definitely nothing around. And it does look like from the distance that you're at, that there seems to be a brand on their hindquarters. But you can't make it out from the distance that you're at.
Okay.
I'm going to I'm going to stealth into like just a little bit away from the party. I just want to like, this freaks me out. I don't like this.
Okay.
Sneaking away.
Sure. You sneak away. You're not in any.
Like just, yeah.
Yeah, you're sneaking.
Just like not too far away, but just I don't I don't want to be in a big group.
Sure. Anybody else want to do anything, or are you guys gonna pass on through to Butterskull?
I want to keep doing stuff unless you guys are good.
Yeah,
That's pretty stealthy.
Super stealthy. Not needed. You are stealthed. You're good. You're not in any danger right now. There's no. I'm not gonna make you roll for it.
I want to look around and look for footprints or tracks, find evidence of who or what owns these.
Sure. You can give me an investigation check. You know that these are horses, and you are certain of it beyond a shadow of a doubt. These horses are here in front of you. So.
Okay.
But you don't, like, from your visual, you don't notice anybody else here, and these buildings are all just ruins. Like they're falling down. Like they're not. Here's another dead giveaway. I don't have a map for this place. So there hasn't been anything super exciting that happened. Besides, there's 5 horses. 5.
Okay.
Is there any like from where I am? Is there any smoke coming from like are the houses down to like the frames like are down to like the foundations? Are there like places where like knowing that like I know that people like to like bards and people that are homeless like to go and live in these ruins?
Absolutely.
Are there
yeah, there's some outcroppings that looked like they could provide shelter for somebody that was looking for a night to stay. It's not the kind of place that would become like a shanty town because there's not enough shelter. Without people bringing their own tents and stuff. So
right.
it's a full blown, like, it's in ruins, mostly rocks on the ground where stone foundations are like left to their scorched little, like a foot high parts of these stone foundations that were left.
Right.
So
maybe those horses were left by the people of the town that died there.
Do you guys think it might be wise? Maybe I could use my ability to speak with animals.
Sounds nice.
Or do you think it's safe to approach them and hopefully not disturb anybody that might be here lingering around?
Well, if you can speak with animals, maybe you can like call out to them.
I can't wait to see what speaking with animals or hear what speaking with animals sounds like. Courtney, Beatrice, please speak with animals.
Oh no, I'm not gonna.
Nay.
But
I'll cast that ritual.
It's not a ritual for you.
It says-
I don't
Yeah.
think rangers have rituals.
that's only
just
if
that-
you have ritual casting. Things with a
Okay.
ritual tag can be cast as rituals. But yeah, yours, that would be as a casting.
Spell.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna give you the inside scoop here as your benevolent DM. Maybe, just maybe, you could use animal handling instead and not burn one of your
Okay.
very, very limited spell slots for the night.
I also have animal handling too. So
Okay. Ultimate with the cheer.
I don't know where you're pointing.
Oh yeah, I have no
I was
idea.
pointing at the. Never mind. Don't
I
worry
think
about
it's
it.
pointing at the cheer.
I was.
Oh.
All right. So handle them animals and animals.
Animals?
Yeah.
Animals.
Get your animal on.
Oh, there it is. Okay, I couldn't find it. Is it-
So you approach these beautiful steeds, and as you get closer, you've got your hand out, and you're like, "Hey, no, it's okay. We're good. We're gravy. Don't you worry about it. I could have spoken to you, and I chose not to. I'm just gonna approach you like a normal human being, or wood elfing being to horse. And are we cool?" And they're a little reluctant, and they're like, "Oh, you're not my owner. You're not. Oh, what's going on?" And then finally they're like, "But you know what? I'm cool with wood elves." And they're chill, they're relaxed, and they kind of like they nuzzle down, and they're like, "Okay, you can pet my nose. And that you get the sense from them that they're like, do you have any apples? Because my opinion of you is greatly influenced by how many apples that you have right now. And not seeing any apples, they're slightly disappointed, but they seem chill. So you've handled these animals appropriately and approached them in a kind and loving manner, and they seem like they're chill and they're cool to hang. So one of them is definitely offering his bridle to you and kind of like accepting you as the person that can hang out with them.
Yay! You made friends with a horse.
Yeah, you made a horse friend. As you've gotten closer, you do see that the initials that are the brand that's on the hindquarters of this horse say BAK. And that might mean something to you if you might remember something.
That's Big Al. Those are big owls.
Yeah, then we're going to Coneyberry. Yes, you surmise that the initials that are branded into the side of this beautiful, majestic animal are for Big Al Calazorn. And with that, we're going to take our 5-minute break. So, guys, we'll be back in 5 minutes. Y'all got some horses now. So, woo-woo! And maybe you can bring them back to Big Al. You know, whatever. Do what you want.
That's right.
Or let's steal his horses.
Gosh, you guys are a bunch of monsters. All right,
We could steal them to return them.
we're gonna give us 5 here, and we will be back.
I was when I went offline.
Yeah, when you went offline. All right, we are back, and of course we are not all the way back, because why would we be back in 5 minutes? That would be silly.
Here. The heat was on.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, I like this. I don't get to look at everything often. I like your sweatshirt, Courtney.
Thank you.
Diva for life. Did Anthony let you borrow that? I know if it's
I've taken
Diva
it from
gear.
him.
It matches his wallet.
Yeah, I know. I'm sure. I mean, it does. I've seen his wallet, and that was
I want
kind
to
of
get
like,
them. I want the Mercy or the Moira one.
yes. Wait, don't you have the Mercy purse?
Yes, I do have the purse.
Okay, all right. That's what I thought. Now we're just waiting on Corbin.
So we're stealing some horses, is what I gathered.
Well, the 4 of you have horses, and he is left walking because he's not back.
Right,
again.
he's
Um,
where'd he go?
Sorry. So you are no, you guys all have horses. But you have, as we discussed, you've surmised that they are probably Big Al's horses.
And we're not actually to where we were going to find the orcs yet, right?
That
Or
is
are we
correct.
actually here and we're just kind of walking around?
No. The orcs are at the Butterskull Ranch. What a weird
Which is a
name,
little further past
yeah, like
Coneyberry.
like another hour in between here and there. So
But now we have horses.
yeah, so an hour
Probably
on
like
foot,
half
so
an hour.
half an hour if you hadn't been on foot. So you guys can proceed as you see fit.
Okay.
So are we
we
all-
took
do
the
we-
horses.
We all got on the horse.
No, there are 4 horses. Do you have 5 horses?
So it should be good
Okay.
to be all horsed up.
I walk over to Spangle and I'm like, I do not like this. Is not good. I don't like orcs. I don't like horses. I don't like walking.
I don't like horses, but they're so graceful.
They're beautiful. I understand. I have songs about them, but I just don't like this whole thing. I would have rather gone to the sea.
Yeah, you and me both.
We'll
I
go there
mean,
next.
it's never too late. You could turn around right now, and you guys
Yeah,
could
we're on
go to the.
horses.
Hey, what if
We
we
do
do
it
treasure?
pretty
Now
quick.
we have horses. Let's go find
Wait.
that shipwright.
We do have horses.
But you know, it was just like the goddess was leading us here.
It's true. I guess you and your goddess. I believe.
This is a sign. This is a good omen.
Well, your guys' call. So go for it or don't.
Let's go for the orcs. Try to find Big Al. He might
Let's
not
get
make it if we don't find him in time.
Should we take these horses with the intent of returning them to Big Al?
I feel like that's a good discussion to have. ahead of time? Like, what is your guys' intent?
Well, if
I
we-
would like to take them and ride them to him and return them and see what he says.
Okay.
If
Okay.
he's alive, who knows? So
That's yes. I'm for that plan. I don't want to just steal his
Yes.
horses if he's still alive.
Yes.
Sure. No, that would be really messed up.
Yeah, we would just go to the lighthouse. Be like, hi.
yeah,
No.
we can go to the lighthouse at any time if this doesn't pan out. so-
Especially with these fast horses. Anybody gonna name their horses?
Hey Jay, somebody's saying that they can't hear us on stream.
Oh.
My guess is that's my wonderful father-in-law.
He's probably got you muted.
He may have us
Oh.
muted, is my guess. So
Okay.
you
Yeah,
have
it's
us
automatically muted sometimes
right.
if you turned it off while muted.
So
I am gonna name my horse John. It's clearly not Big Al's horse, but for the John that we lost or the
Right.
gnomes lost.
of the fallen John from Nomengard. That's
Oh.
really kind of you, Anthony.
Uh-huh.
He's looking down from gnome heaven on you. The so your horses are all jazzed to be going back towards their home. They get a pretty good idea that what you guys are planning to do, which is to get on back to the old Butterskull Ranch. So as you make your way east, as you understand it to be, you've got about a half an hour as far as your travel time. Is there anything that you would like to do as far as your approach or while you're on your way over?
Okay.
I'm gonna try and
On the
cheer
way.
up Clovis and get him to get him to sing a song of cheerfulness.
Song of cheerfulness. Get him to give himself some bardic inspiration.
I think we should take a cautious approach.
Okay. So
A
I hear
slow clippity clop.
I hear a slow clippity clop for one
Do you have
vote.
coconuts, Jason?
I do need to get coconuts.
Oh,
I don't. I can
you
pretend like I
soundboard
did.
do it?
I am all for a slow approach. If we're gonna go
Is that pretty good?
slow.
This is an ASMR channel now. You guys can all log off. I'm gonna do ASMR.
just from here on out.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I can just. I don't know how
The
loud
whole
that
way.
is though. It's probably pretty loud.
That wasn't that bad.
Oh, okay. Well, then, yeah, horses. That's your horse noise. You guys are approaching stealthily. Can I get a who's in the front?
Me.
Before we get
Is
there,
it
Oh.
order?
Kayair, go for it.
I will. So before we get there, seeing as one of our friends got stuck to a casket or a barrel, a cask, I, thinking ahead, have unseen servant. I am going to summon one of those guys. I bought a pair of robes at the at town. I'm going to chuck it on there, make it look like a little tiny dude, probably like 3 or 4 feet tall, maybe 4 feet tall, and I'm going to hand it a sack of the ball bearings I just bought. And I would love for it to lead if you all are okay with that. It might slow us down a little bit because they're not excessively fast. But it's just a little dude. I mean, there's no one there. Won't hurt us. He can lead the way. He'll be the first one greeted by anyone that might not be kind to greet us. If you're all right with it.
So
I
do you
like
want
that
to
idea.
do you want to do that like when you get
When we're getting
there?
like 15 minutes away.
Yeah, okay, that sounds good. I'll make sure
Yeah.
that happens.
And I do play a song. I am cheered up by Spangle, and I'm like, F is for friends who do stuff together. U is for you and me, and it's for anywhere at any time at all down in the deep blue sea.
You know they say you can't spell fun without FU.
And
Well, yeah, I mean,
And-
you know, you need all the letters, sure, but I'm just saying, like, you can't spell it without those
it would
two.
just be foo then.
It would just be without fu. That spelling lesson brought to you by the letter F. You are right. So as you guys continue along, you when you are 15 minutes out from your destination, or what you approximate would be 15 minutes out, you stop to start casting your ritual. Does anybody have anything that they'd to do while Kayair casts a 15 minute or a 10 minute ritual.
I turn to the rangers and I'm like, do you think that going right in on this path is a good idea? Is anyone looking for like orc tracks or I don't know. I'm just wondering. I'm just like, or anything like I'm just worried that we're going right into a trap. We have these horses that don't belong in that town. We're heading on to, the Butterskull Ranch, and
That's a
there's
fair
gonna be
point.
lots of butter blood and crushed
Butter
skulls there.
Butterblood.
Can I do a check for tracks on the path we're on right now and see if there's any evidence of anything that's
Yeah, absolutely.
miss?
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
While he does that, no, go ahead. I won't do
Oh,
that.
there you go.
You perceive the heck out of that trail. I was gonna say track, but there's no tracks. You don't see any orc tracks.
Oh, fine.
However, just north of where you are, you do believe that you see what looks like a beautiful little brown spotted cow.
Oh,
Does it make chocolate milk?
does it
I
look
hope so.
ominous?
I don't know.
So
We
you
only
said
care
beautiful,
about
not
goats.
ominous.
How
Not
ominous is a
cows.
cow? Like,
I've played Diablo.
okay, you know what? That's a really good point. There is no cow level in D&D.
Okay.
There is no.
I like jump off the horse and I run to it. I love cows.
The
I'm like a
horse-
cow.
The horse is super offended. It's like, come on, man. It's a cow. So yeah, you run towards a cow. It's a brown spotted cow,
Does
and
it have like a lead to it or a rope?
it does. There's a rope around its neck, and as you approach, you actually see it has a cowbell and everything. Like, this is a proper
Oh.
cow. It's a beautiful moo, like ding 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 ding, like as it's kind of walking around and very slowly sauntering. And you notice right on its hindquarters, as you would expect, B-A-K.
Does it have
B-A-K.
B-A-K?
B-A-K. That's right. So you do see Mr. Big Al Calzorn's brand, or what you assume is that, what you have surmised.
Another BAK.
Another B-A-K. Okay. The cow, as most cows, is, it doesn't really care about one thing or another. It's just kind of grazing, and
So I pull on its rope and try to and walk it back down to the group. Look what I got, guys! A
He
cow.
gets kicked in the head.
Clovis, you are kicked in the head for 40 points of damage. Does that instantly kill you, or
You
is
are
it?
dead.
No,
It just barely knocks me out.
no. He's the cow, not a he. She is happy to follow whoever is leading her, because it's a cow. They're not particularly picky about what they follow or anything. So as long as they're being led, they will follow, and she is happy to go along whichever way you pull her around. So she comes back to the camp with you without any major resistance.
And I climb back on the horse and I'm like, Spangle, look what I have! A cow!
Oh, what are you supposed to do with that?
I don't know.
Hey, free milk.
The milk comes from this? You get milk from that?
Or
Yeah,
goats.
Other
I
people
thought it
get
comes
milk
from
from that.
goats.
Or goats, yeah.
Oh, okay. Other than goat milk, okay. I wonder if Toblin will like this.
Sounds good. Okay, so you've got a cow in tow. There is a ritual that is finished casting. An unseen servant is robed and ball-bearinged.
And balled up.
He's all balled up.
A sack of quarters ready to go.
So
Are all those balls in a sack?
yep.
Yeah.
They're
They
all
might not
in-
be for long, but they currently are. Like, I have other
Peach.
So Anthony, you. Never mind. I'm not gonna do it.
Let's back up.
Do
Yeah.
it.
No.
Do it.
Let's get back to business.
Yeah.
To defeat the Huns. All right, so you've got Coneyberry or the Butterskull Ranch. You are approaching slower now with your unseen servant, and as I've heard from you guys, in a little bit of a stealthier way. So you are approaching in a and you see above the horizon the ranch come into vision, your vision, not just vision. And let me
Do you have
move
a map
you.
for that?
I do.
Oh,
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
I don't think that's the right sound.
It's
Look at
a
this.
success and a
Nope,
win
we've
for
won.
me to move you to something. I'm happy
Oh,
about
okay, that's
that.
fair.
That is as far as a win as I can give. Okay,
Maps?
so
Sure.
there you go. There you go. And I get to read you some pre-written stuff and try not to mess that up. So as you arrive, Butterskull Ranch occupies a large plot of land on the north side of the Tribor Trail, nestled between two hills. Beyond a ramshackle wooden fence stand cornfields, an apple orchard, gardens, and pasture land. A path breaks off from the trail to lead to a two-story farmhouse next to a pond. West of the farmhouse are the charred remains of a barn and a smithy that have been burned to the ground. So that is this and that. You can see from a distance are a burned down. I don't know how you would know that specifically that's a smithy, but I guess you know with your elven eyes. So you got cornfields in this area. That's cornfield. This is cornfield. More cornfield. You've got pasture, which is all nice and fenced off, but kind of broken. You've got some orchard. These are orchards. They're apple trees. And you've got gardens. And these are gardens. And this is a pond. And you believe this to be the farmhouse.
Sounds good.
And here's a hill.
Ooh, that's a good hill.
Up the hill it's a total of a 50-foot incline. So you could probably jump right up it.
I could jump it.
Easy.
How steep? What's the grade of the hill?
Each of those lines is a 10-foot increase. So it's not
No big deal.
It wouldn't be crazy to run up the hill. You could certainly do it. And then like if you did
Could
the
the horse
tumble
go up it?
down it, yeah, the horse could go up the hill. It's a very gradual incline. We're
Can we
okay.
climb the hill to scout the area? See if we see any movement or people or evidence of anything before we roll
Yeah,
on
absolutely. Sure.
I'm fine with that.
Go on up.
Over to the right.
Or wherever you want. Now, do recall that you have 1 hour for this unseen servant, and time is ticking. So
Time's out.
you've
Time's
used
out.
about 15 minutes of it at this point. And each of these squares is not like the standard 5 feet. Each of these squares is more like, I think it's like,
About a 50.
yeah, let's call it 50. Why not? That seems logical. That tracks.
it. Okay.
So it would take a crap ton of time for you to get over there.
Not on a horse,
Yeah,
right?
Not too long.
Well,
Yeah,
I don't think a horse is making that.
Yeah, I just said the horse can get up
You
it.
just have
It's
to-
it's a nice, it's a long, it's like a rolling hill. Horses can go up hills. They're not bound to the trail.
All right.
These
So
are big
I'm on
owl
top
horses.
of the hill. I'm
yeah,
gonna look around. I
from-
want to do a check of the area for movement of any signs of life.
sure. So go ahead and give me a. Is that your perception? No, that was before, right? Give me a perception check.
I'll be doing that too.
Yeah, anybody that wants to give me perception checks all around. That anybody that's doing one. All right, we got a crit, so I'll give you everything that I would ever give you. So that whole description that I read, and I'll say that from the distance that you're at here, which is like 5,000 feet away, you see you do still see some smoke kind of like rising from the barn and the smithy. And you don't see any current activity outside. So
that, did you say this is the barn right there?
barn, smithy.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so it looks fairly clear. Do we agree to maybe ride up cautiously on the main path and head towards the house?
Sounds great.
Well, if you guys are worried, there's a bunch of trees around to the right. Maybe Corbin and maybe Corbin and Beatrice can like be sneaking around the side, like by these trees, right? And approach the farmhouse that way, while the rest of us ride, right up Main Street.
Oh, I like that. That'll work.
Because we can be really noisy, and if people are in the house who are unfriendly, they can be watching us come that way, and then they'll be distracted from the people coming from our rangers over this way. Yeah?
Okay. So then Courtney and I will ride hastily into the trees over yonder here-ish and take position to scout out a potential ambush.
Yeah, that works for me. You can move. And the people coming up the main path are purposefully not being stealthy? Is it what I'm hearing?
They're being normal. Yeah.
No, I'm definitely not wanting to do that. I'm definitely being stealthy.
Okay.
So I'm gonna ride behind them. So if they're up, I'll ride like. It freaks me out, you guys.
Sure.
All your.
Lot of bravado from the cleric, not so much from the old bard. Okay, so can I, Beatrice and Corbin, can I get a stealth check from both of you?
Okay.
I'm invisible.
You ain't invisible. Hey,
Ooh.
invisible.
Where did you go? Where did you go? Where did you go? Oh, so this is a little bit of a non sequitur. I was thinking about it, and because you guys are getting such a humongous advantage from knowing what your second roll is and determining what, if you should use your advantage and burn it off at that point, I'm going to say that moving forward, if you want to use advantage, you will just roll another 20.
It's a separate roll.
Yeah,
okay.
It's a separate roll, and that second roll just never gets used or seen. I mean, we see it, but it's not
meaningless.
Yeah,
okay.
it means
So
nothing.
we're kind of looking
We're gonna
at this
ignore it.
roll as if it was for only disadvantage then. Yeah?
No, we'll do the same
It's
thing
nothing,
for
ever,
disadvantage.
right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
If you have
Roll
disadvantage,
twice. Okay.
yeah, you'll roll.
You just got to roll again.
That's well, okay. So if it's a time when I'm telling you ahead of time you're rolling with disadvantage, yeah, then I guess both numbers count, because there's no time where you make a meaningful choice about advantage versus disadvantage. So I'm the only one that imposes disadvantage. And since you don't see the DM rolls on anything, you can just tell me that you're doing disadvantage and I'll roll twice. So so if it's a disadvantage, we'll use them both on that roll just to speed things up.
Okay.
Cool. So you guys are nice and stealthy. You're good to go. You have not noticed anything as you've approached to where you are currently. Are you going to continue hugging the trees, or are you going to take a wide berth and go around the back? How would you like to approach?
Is our plan to stay put and observe and make sure everything's safe? I don't know.
Well, what did you guys talk about before you split up the party? Since you can't talk to each other.
I think we were going to be in hold and let them come up, and then we were going to help or reveal ourselves depending on the situation.
Yeah.
When Spangle comes up to the fork in the road, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to have a good look at most of the farmhouse to see if I see any movement in the farmhouse, but also cast a glance about any other places.
Okay. Sure, yeah. You note from the distance that you're at now, you do notice there is some movement in the shutters. All the shutters are open in the farmhouse. They look like they have like locks that could be applied from the inside. You could pull them shut and like latch them down. But they are open currently, and you do see light movement in the inside.
Okay. And is there glass in these windows, or is this open at this point?
You can't tell if the windows are open or not, but you can see through them. You're not sure if these have glass panes or if they're just open air windows and it's shutters that are pulled back, kind of thing. You don't know how advanced this particular structure is.
Okay.
Barns or farmhouses.
Then I guess. Oh, Kayair, do you still have that unseen servant?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. So maybe we can let the unseen servant like still go ahead of us, like we were doing from before. Do you think you could do that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Just gonna
Yeah,
add
you-
that I have my bow at the ready just in case. I'm just gonna add
Yeah,
that as a
we're
note.
we're
So-
ready to roll with our
So
weapons.
are you trying to send your unseen servant into this house?
No, I don't think so. I think he's just gonna lead the way.
He's just riding front.
A floating.
Yeah, just lead the
rope.
way to the front door.
Okay.
And
Yeah, I
as I'm
got it.
approaching, I'll be saying, "Hello, hi, hello."
You, as you get closer, you can I get a perception check?
That one.
Nope. You heard it get quiet. You could hear like a light muttering, but then you hear as you call out, you hear
Well-
it get silent.
Okay, can I tell you the my perception? I'm gonna go ahead and use my inspiration for this one. I think.
Okay.
Are you sure you want to? Because I've got an owl on top of my head, and they have a very good sense of hearing. So I could probably ask it to look around, or listen out at least.
Oh.
Your choice.
Okay. So I hear light movement and muttering. You say?
You heard it, and then when you yelled out, you heard it get quiet. You didn't hear any response. There was no response.
Hello,
Silence.
I know you're in there. I know you can hear me. Hello.
Yeah, nothing. There's nobody's responding.
Okay, when I come closer to the house, anything?
Here, let
I'm
me.
gonna go right up to the front door if no one's.
Sure. Give me just.
Nothing's
a
gonna
second
happen.
here. Let's go. Hold on. How down. I want it. I gotta make sure I'm on the right thing here. Objects and tokens. Why can't I select you?
Yes, these little squares keep popping up.
Okay.
Little pink squares.
Oh, because I'm on the wrong thing. Select.
You're on draw.
Yeah. All right. So Spangle, you've moved into.
What
Oh,
happened?
you walked in.
You're gonna be. Oh, Clovis, you're not there. And we'll move this over.
Did they walk
So-
in?
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're approaching the front door. So yes.
Right. Do
Okay,
I-
yeah.
do-
I'm approaching the front door. I wasn't gonna go in.
No, you're not inside. You're
Okay.
those steps right in front of you are the steps to the door. It's weird with the fog of war because until you've seen things, they're not illuminated. But as you walk, you'll kind of get the lay of the land.
Do I see anything over here, like anything moving?
Nope.
Like over here? No.
And the rangers don't see anything in their zones, right?
Okay. Well, then I move closer too. I mean, but I just don't want to go all the way up.
I don't have the same screen. I just got a black screen.
Scroll over. Oh, because maybe I didn't set your vision.
His token's not here.
Yeah, I see
he's
on your
inside.
stream. I see the token, but I am just. I see the farm and what was
Kayair,
explored
that's
as if
because
it
you're
was,
behind
fog-
me. You were like way on over to the right.
But let's see real quick.
Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, I'm just not zoomed out far enough.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you just okay. All right, cool.
Yeah,
Zoom out.
I was. Yeah, I was zoomed in on the other.
And then you can zoom in again. So is I assume these are windows that we're looking at.
Yeah. So the things that you see light through are windows.
Okay.
All right.
So
Corbin, you
Do you want to
think
walk?
it's time to rejoin? No. Okay.
so Spangle's going to look into the window here and see what she sees.
Okay, move your character. The doors are locked.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't move through them freely, so you can move as you see fit around here at your leisure.
Well, before I walk in any damn door, I'm going to look in every window that I can see. And I got that
Maybe
guy over here.
Spangle can give us like a thumbs up if we should move in closer to help out.
Yeah.
Since it seems clear out here.
Yeah.
Like,
How
what-
would he know? How would he know to do that?
Yeah, we didn't discuss that beforehand. Well, he could like wave us if he
I think
decided.
there's a
we
pretty
should move
good
in.
like standard like
Yeah.
that's kind of like a good
This way.
Yeah.
This
Am
way.
am I at a window? Is Spangle
Yes.
Luxie at a window right here, or is that at a door?
Nope, that's a window.
That's-
Just a-
Looks like a window.
You're looking through a window.
Yeah, doing the.
You see what you see. You you hear no noise. You know that there was noise before you yelled, "Hi, hello, we're coming." But now you hear no noise. You hear silence.
Is there a glass in the window?
Yes.
I can tell now.
Yes, you're nice and close. There's
Yeah,
glass.
Yeah.
Okay. But can I see anything?
You see what you see on the
You see
screen.
what you see, yeah. So
There's no
if
furniture
there's
enough.
anything in there, there's hiding.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sorry. The room you are looking into from your vantage point right now is the dining room. Sorry that there is not a dining room table or chairs, but there is a dining room table and there are chairs. There are 2 tables that are flanked by benches. And there are cattle skulls and walls all on the wall for, standard ranch house decor.
Right. How's that table set?
It's not. It's empty. There's
Easy.
nothing on it right now.
Are the chairs? Oh, well, there's benches. The benches are stood up properly.
Yeah, they're just kind of scrooched under the table. They're not flipped
Okay.
up on top.
So nothing else in there looks kind of out of order or smashed up or anything.
Not to your knowledge, no.
Okay.
Bummer.
Power.
Should we signal folks to come on
Wave
over?
us in.
Yeah.
I think that might be the right call to call everyone over to us.
First, I'll come around to this window to the side here and look in here. Any difference from over
Follow
here?
you around.
Nope. Seems
Okay.
all seems well. All quiet on the western front.
All right.
Can we check the perimeter for any other exits that might be hidden or
Sure. So
Something.
as are you
I'll wait
coming
for the
in?
Rangers over.
Okay.
Okay.
But now I'll be stealthy. I'll be like, "Hey, you guys, come on!"
So here you see a well. There's a well.
Oh well,
Oh well.
I guess. Oh, there's like
When Spangle waves people over, I come too.
Yeah. And then you see a what looks like maybe cellar doors is what that seems to be to you in front of Kayair. Now, Spangle, you are walking into the house. Those are steps that go up into a landing that goes into the house, if that's what you are wanting to do.
No, I just seeing what was around the corner there.
Sure. And this is a 2-story building, and this is the first story. So we have at this point walked all the way around and certainly
Yeah,
scoped the
there's
place
nothing.
out.
No, this is the 3rd story. We did first. There was a manticore and there was no guard.
you got jokes.
Ooh.
Good goof.
Well, I think if we're going to search the place, we should probably start with the cellar. And it looks like
Well,
I'm standing by the cellar.
so we need to dismount from our horses first.
I think we
I
probably.
think we already did that.
Oh, we did?
No,
Oh,
yeah, I
you
mean,
can't
guys
really
were-
stealthily approach on horses, right?
Sure, you can. You can slowly approach.
Oh, okay.
You have your horses with you, or you tied them up against the fence. I don't. It
Okay,
doesn't
let's
matter.
let's hold our horses.
Hold
Okay.
your horses, guys.
Funny jokes. But yeah, my vote is to enter through the cellar. If someone wanted to stay on the ground floor and keep an eye out, that's
Did we
fine.
knock on the front door yet?
We hollered
I
in.
did. Nobody answered.
No, you did
Okay.
not knock on the front door.
No, you just yelled.
All right.
You just
Why knock on the window?
I will guard the well, the
even
cellar, and the
Mimic
back.
doing the knocking.
Someone go knock on the front door, please.
I know where you knocked. You knocked on the front door.
I thought you said we did knock on the
I,
front.
I
thought
mean,
you
on,
said
on the window. You didn't knock
Oh.
on the front door. You did not.
Okay.
Okay.
We need to go knock on the front door before we start sneaking in
Fine.
the back.
I disagree. I think you go right in the cellar. I agree with the sorcerer. The
Ryan
warlock.
agrees.
The
But
warlock.
Spangle Luxie's gonna go.
Yeah. I was moving and he just poofed in.
How did that happen? It shouldn't have
I
been
don't
happen. All right. So yeah,
Hello.
there's no answer.
Yeah, okay.
Is it
Kind of
warlock?
expected.
Down to the cellar we go. Or
Can I?
somebody go?
Do you want me to stand by the front door while you guys go in the back and make sure no one's going to run out or anything? Or do you want me to go in with you?
Somebody standing guard would be a good idea, I would think.
Okay.
I know that
I will
doors are our absolute nemesis, but they
Mhm.
also work normally. Like
I
knocking
ask
on
if
them.
it's unlocked.
We could try to open it
If,
first.
if you
Did
asked
try
if
to
it was
open the
unlocked, I
door?
did not hear it. It is
Sorry, yes.
it is unlocked.
Oh, you said it was locked in the
You said it was locked.
Yeah.
Locked from the DM standpoint. You shouldn't be able to walk through, is what I said. Like you can walk around it because it's all locked from.
Still think we should go in the cellar first.
Fine
Can
with
I,
me either.
can I go through the
Doesn't really
front door?
matter to me. I mean, you could always open up the front door and like holler in.
Yeah, if the door's unlocked, I'm gonna just stick my head in. Hello.
Big Al, are you home?
All right. So as you open the door,
Oh, you did.
Stare right in the head.
Axe in the skull.
Does it open out or open in?
it opens in, but I just need to move you for a second so I can actually get the something done.
Make the door open.
Yeah.
I should have shoved that unseen servant in first. Actually, maybe it's too late for that. Is it too late for that, Mr. DM?
I'm fine with leading with the servant.
Like knock on the door, like open it from the side with the unseen servant sitting there.
Yeah, you can send the servant in. Just wonder why can't I move the stupid door? Objects and tokens. No, it's on the GM info layer. Nope. Dynamic lighting. Click and drag. Stupid door.
Stupid.
There. Okay, you should be able to move through now.
All right,
Well,
so I
the
guess,
unseen servant is going
my
to move
servant
in
will
church,
lead.
right?
Unseen servant opens the door and moves in and is instantly whacked by an axe that comes slashing down on it by an orc that is waiting prepared at the door. So
Good thing servant led.
the ball bearings clatter to the ground, and the orcs that were flanking the door go ahead and both fall prone, and they scream out, "Get him!" And there are, I'll give you I'll draw on the ground how big your circle of ball bearings are.
Balls.
Your
A circle
balls
of
are-
balls.
Home Alone time.
It looks like a 10-foot square,
Yeah, so
but
that's,
it wouldn't like go out of the door, I suppose.
I don't know why I didn't do it over there.
Can someone ping the front door? I don't know where he went in.
Over here.
Okay.
Depends if it
Should we
has
be
a,
on that side now, or?
Well, you guys are going to be going in the basement door, so
We
Okay.
might need help dealing with orcs. We've never fought orcs.
well,
So
Spangle is going to scream like a girl and start running. That's Spangle's plan there.
all right, go. Wait, hold on.
Oh.
Before the no, Courtney, can you move back? We're gonna go ahead and
Yep.
roll initiative.
All of us?
Yep, everybody,
Uh,
because you all will have specific amounts of movement and turns and all that jazz.
my familiar gets to roll its own initiative, but I don't have it on my sheet to roll.
Okay.
You can
Yeah,
click it
I-
twice.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's got way higher dex than me. But if you want, I can click it a second time. Up to you, Jay.
1 second, Anthony.
Well, you could roll a 20 and then add its dexterity.
Mm.
Yeah, that's all you would do, Anthony.
Okay.
Clovis, what is your dexterity?
3. 6. It's +3.
Okay. So. And I'll get this into the turn tracker in a second. And Anthony,
Just
Did
roll it
you-
again.
yeah, just roll it again for your owl.
Oh, slow owl.
It was +4, you said.
I think it's 13 dex. But I'm an 8 on dex, so I don't really know how that tracks with initiative.
Sorry.
But I mean, it can just be an 8. It doesn't, or it can be whatever you want. It's probably not gonna move a ton.
I don't know why I can't count in order. That one, that one. Okay, all right. I think I got it now. Now let me do a turn track. And that's with this guy, I think. And then, so Clovis is indeed the first one. The number is wrong. I'll just get it in the right order though. And
Maybe it'll fix itself after a turn. No, it
no,
wouldn't.
I have to move it. Corbin, Spangle, Atreus, delete Mimic.
Oh, there's another mimic.
Oh god.
The whole house is a mimic. Everybody run.
It's a mimic house.
Son of a
House
gun.
hunters.
That'd be
Get out of here.
It'd be funnier if the door was the mimic. They
Oh,
are
God.
evil. They are sworn
Just
enemies.
stuck to the door. Just
Doors are a sworn enemy at this point.
All right, so from where you guys are currently, Corbin, you are
Turn order just disappeared. I don't know. Can you guys?
I think he's fixing it. Maybe.
it went blank. It was fine, and
Aw.
then you did something.
Why'd you do the thing?
How dare you?
Oh,
it's still not there. Meh.
Meh.
Okay, well, I'll just call it off. I'll just tell you what you're doing. Clovis, your first act, and you move your normal speed. You are on a grid that is 5-foot increments.
Yes. So I hear Spangle scream, and I run to this window. So what can I see? I mean, I can see that orc right there.
Yeah.
Do I see Spangle? What do I like to like?
Nope, they're
what
on
do
the
I
other
see in
side.
this room?
They are.
So, what do I see in this room? Is it only what I can see in the fog of war? Because
Yeah, this seems to be a kitchen. You see there are 2 orcs. I don't know why it's not showing you where he is right there. Like what's blocking? Oh, because that
Is
I
the
know what's
door
blocking. No,
closed?
here. This thing is blocking things.
there I can see it now.
Yeah.
And what has happened to them? Like
There you see 2 orcs that are laying on the ground. That
they're laying on the ground.
Yep.
They tripped on my balls. Oh, I'm saying it. That's the words I used.
Home Alone style, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes, precisely.
dude.
What?
So the two they fell.
Yeah, they're prone.
They are tripping balls.
And the jokes that keep on coming.
It really
It
did.
makes for good jokes. These are the jokes, people. Okay, well I will cast sleep on them.
You cannot. You have a wall in between you, and there's a window that's stopping
Oh.
you from.
A wall. It's just the window, right?
Yeah, it's a window.
There's
Okay, so they wouldn't be able to hear me, is what you're saying.
Right. There's you wouldn't have that semantic component from where you are, unless you break the window, which would certainly
Probably
be
an
an action.
All right, I will. Since they're prone, I'm gonna shoot at them through the window.
That would probably break the window.
Sure. Yeah. Go ahead and shoot. You've got a disadvantage on
Like-
prone targets.
Disadvantage?
Yep.
Hey, don't you have
I guess
advantage?
because they're on the ground.
Ranged attacks have disadvantage against prone targets.
Dang.
What?
It's a weird benefit to being prone, but if you know,
That sucks.
Right, that happened when I was prone with the crossbow lady.
Yep.
Back, whatever.
Okay, fine. That's not what I'm gonna do then.
I mean, you still might hit him. Sucks to get knocked down and take an arrow in the face.
Yeah. So she opened the door and the axe came down and then they both fell.
Yeah, they hit my unseen servant, which was holding a bag of ball bearings, and the ball bearings burst and they tripped. Home Alone style.
Yep.
No. I can't use sleep. I can't use any of the talking spells. So yeah, I guess I will shoot, and I have
You
to
could
break
always-
the window. I need that window broken.
Well, you could
So-
always ready in action if someone else wants to break the window for you by maybe shooting through it. And then once that window's busted, you'll hit them, but only if someone also breaks that window for you.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, I'll have to shoot through it. It's fine. I don't mind. So I'll do that. I will shoot. There.
Oh,
Doesn't matter. Not gonna get any lower than a 9, so I clearly miss.
Yeah, that misses.
Yeah.
but the window's broken.
Yeah, that is a bonus. Then from there, and I think I'm going to be able to add these turns in. It's just going to show as zeros.
But it'll still be in order.
Yeah, Orc 1 and Orc 2 both stand up. They use their movement to stand up, and they see a broken window, or they see you through the window, and they decide to. First one is going to chuck a javelin in your direction.
Wow.
Ooh.
But am I covered? Am I have half cover or anything like that?
No, you're right through a window. Like it's
Oh, fine.
Just standing up, staring right into a window.
does 14 AC hit?
Yeah.
Bummer.
So it's 6 damage. And the second one is going to, with the door open, it's going to go ahead and take a whack at Spangle Luxie that's right in front of it.
I don't know what to say to you.
16 to AC? That doesn't hit, does it? That doesn't hit.
Spangle's a
Shield
truck.
does not hit.
Jeez.
There's a cower behind my shield.
You hear some commotion, and you're not sure exactly where it's coming from, but you hear clamoring. Kayair, your turn.
Okey-dokey.
I can't edit that.
You know what?
Oh well.
Well, I guess just try to hit him with an Eldritch Blast. The one that I can see. I don't know if he has cover, but I mean I can see him.
Sure, no, you're good.
Okay, then I'll just.
That hits him. Go ahead and roll damage. And
then it should have a +3.
I think I added no. I think I added your charisma into the
I see it.
mechanic.
Yeah, I rolled a 2 on damage and I got
Yeah.
the +3, so I did 5 damage.
so
So I pewed at him, and I'm going to then back up a bit. I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just moved back here, and then I think that's it for me.
okie dokie. Corbin.
All right. What's our plan here?
Probably kill orcs.
Beatrice, what do you intend to do? Do you want to go in with me?
No. This is your turn. You just you act.
All right. I am going to. I think we should stay at the basement. I'm going to run towards the door. This door back here. Are these what is the structure here? What is
Doors.
this thing?
That one this right here is a door.
Okay. And what's its current state? It's closed?
It's closed.
Okay. I want to burst through the door, ready to fight.
You're gonna have to burst through a door and another door.
Oh, there's
Yeah.
2. Oh shit.
It's okay. Go for it. Kick that door down.
All right, I'm gonna
Do
burst
it.
through this door.
Yep.
Might be waiting.
Hopefully, I was like, hopefully we don't find more orcs.
Oh, you're gonna find more orcs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's going on? I'm waiting for Jason.
No, I'm trying to. You know what?
He's trying to calculate all this damage.
No. I'm trying to. I'm trying
He's trying
to be able
decide
to
if I'm
move
dead.
the layers. It's there we go. I think I got it.
Onion
Here.
slices.
Now you should be able to move through it without problems.
Oh.
So you
That's
bust
good.
through the door and
Oh shoot.
you move into that spot is
Oh.
fine.
I
He
mean,
kicked. He didn't bust through. He kicked that door in.
Yeah.
right?
Okay. So if that's
Kick
your
it in.
if that's your action,
No matter
Do
what,
it.
my force is slamming through the door, and that door is flying.
Yeah.
with
Attack the
metal.
door with your body.
I had them both make dexterity saving throws, and they are good.
Okay.
So Corbin, you still have an action. I'll let you still have an action on this one.
Okay. I have my hand axe. I'm gonna try to kill this one that's closest to me.
Okay.
Phew.
11 does not hit. It dodges out of your deft swipe, and it kind of dips away. Spangle, your turn.
So far I've only been able to see the two that are right here, right?
Correct.
And one of them's gotten smacked by an eldritch blast, but aside from that, they are untouched.
Correct.
Yeah.
Is this all correct, Mr. Dungeon Master? Okay.
Yes.
And so you said a bit that I heard a commotion. Is there any more of a commotion? Like, were there voices in that commotion per se?
Yeah, you just heard utterings of orcs. You heard.
Okay. All right. So somewhere there's a buttload of orcs that are also somewhere close
Sack
by.
load. It's a sack load.
Sack load.
Yes, a sack load.
Right.
A ball sack load. Ew. So Spangle, what are you gonna do? Oh no! Did I lose everybody? Son of a.
We're here.
Oh,
We're here.
I think he's talking about the
No,
stream.
he's offline again. Oh, he's been going in and out of.
Well,
Yeah,
I-
it's just
I lost
losing
you
it.
guys too because I heard nothing from Spangle unless you've literally
Oh.
said nothing for the last 30 seconds.
No, he was
No, I've been
Sorry.
talking to myself. It's all right. It's nothing of import anyway.
you were gonna run. That's
He wants,
important.
he wants to
I
run.
was going to run. I was trying to find out, is my horse within range?
with running range.
Because I figured I would have
Hit you with sleep and let
tied
you
him up
die.
right at the front door.
You're gonna
Right?
leave me to die in the house. Okay,
He doesn't know you're in the house.
No,
that's true.
it is not within running range of you.
Okay. All right. Well, then I guess I'm not going to run for that horse. Okay. So I want to cast this spell, but I want to wait until I see more orcs. What I could do, so I can see Clovis through the window there, right?
Yes.
Okay. So that's all right. So maybe I do this one instead. No, wait, stop, no. Don't do anything. Look at my spell. Sorry. Okay. Yes. Then, for my action right now, I am going to cast a bless for Clovis and myself, and for. I'm assuming that was Kayair. That's up at the front over here, right?
I'm near you.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So the three of us, I'm like, oh, God, let's protect us from these orcs. And I'm gonna bless the three of us. So concentrate on. Actually, maybe I should move first in case I get whacked, so I don't lose the concentration as I'm.
It's not a bad idea.
Oh, that would suck.
Yeah. So let me do that. Let me move first, which I guess I'm going to go get some nice attacks of opportunity. So let's go. I'll go move 1, 2, 3. Oh, but then I'm not going to be able to see Clovis. Oh, I'm fucked. Okay.
Maybe just take a swing. Maybe just take a swing.
You know what? And well, I could do that. But I mean, she's not the best fighter. I thought.
So we all see our turn orders. Let's make sure that we have something queued up. Okay, guys?
Right, okay.
Okay. Yeah.
I do want to let
okay.
you guys
So-
go at a reasonable time.
All right, I am going to go ahead. I'm going to risk being able to get past on my armor class So I'm gonna bless the three of us, and try and step away because I don't like the idea of being right up on this front door when there's all these orcs in there. So let me go ahead and where is it? Click the button, bless, button. There it is.
Bless.
Button bless. Click. First level 3. Boom. Okay. And then I'm gonna try and move.
Okay. We get 2 opportunity attacks that pop off. We have a 20 and a crit also. Sorry.
Are you joking me?
I'm dead serious. But the 20 misses, right? Because you have bless and isn't your AC 20 or is it 18?
Oh, well, I didn't think it affects my AC. So it is just D4s to the attack
or
roll
saving
and
rolls. Sorry.
saving throw.
My bad. So yeah, you take 2 attacks. One of them is a crit, and that one actually hurts a lot.
You're probably
Is
out.
that actually going to okay, so I guess I need to roll twice for my, I guess, Constitution saving throws?
Yeah.
Not if you're unconscious, though.
Well, we'll see about that.
Well, how much damage does it do, Jay?
You are gonna take
Jeez. Okay.
I think you lost the spells.
you take 27 points of damage.
Yeah, ask me out.
So it's 18 from the crit and 9 from the other one.
Oh, that sucks.
All right. Well, it was nice playing with you guys.
No,
You just knocked out. You ain't dead.
yeah, you're over here.
Yeah.
So
You didn't get far. It's a shame. I was hoping they might have trouble swinging. Trying to balance on ball bearings.
Nope.
no,
Guess not.
just swinging from the ground. But they have to. They've stood up because they used their movement to stand up last turn.
Whatever.
Beatrice.
I thought that was an action.
It is. They didn't get to do anything else. Last
Well, they
turn.
threw a spear at me.
Oh, yeah.
Standing up from prone uses your movement. It doesn't.
Yeah,
use
it
your
does. It
action.
doesn't. It's just your whole movement is the stand up. If you're not being like pinned down from anything. But Beatrice, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna assume my character can't tell that Corbin's in trouble in the other room with the 2 orcs.
No, but you saw a javelin come out this window.
Yeah, no, I know. That's why I was.
You saw me
going
run in.
over
No,
to-
you could see this through this window that's right over here. Like you can
Okay.
see that there's stuff going on.
Corbin's okay. There's other.
I
Damn.
am not okay.
You're fine. I mean,
Okay.
Spangle just got knocked
it's a
out.
1v2 in that
You know?
room right now. Okay.
Yeah, you're fine.
Beatrice,
You're,
what you
you're a
got?
ranger. You got it. I'm gonna shoot an arrow through the window here and try my luck at hitting an orc.
Okay, go for it.
Find one I can see real quick. Okay. Is that an orc? Oh, sorry, I'm trying to like. There I go. Okay, I'm gonna get this one right here.
Got it.
All right. Sorry.
Oh no, I know which one you're shooting at. The one that Anthony hit with
The one that already
Eldritch
got
Blast.
Might be
Yeah, you
this.
hit. Go ahead and roll damage. That's okay. You see him hurting in a bad way, but he's still standing. I'm still standing. Clovis, it's up to you.
So I yell in and I say, and I'm like, I try to intimidate them, and I say, "You put down your weapons right now. You hurt my friend. You are gonna die." And
Ooh.
All right.
Sure. Yeah. It gives it. They take pause. And you see one of them turn to the other, and they're like, and the other one says, and then they're like, they seem to be kind of like conversing. Anthony, you understand them to say, how many of them do you think there are? And the other one says, it can't be more than these, like 3 or 4. And one of them's unconscious. So they're questioning whether or not there are many of them. But Clovis,
then-
you don't know that because you don't speak Orcish.
Yeah.
But Anthony
Yeah.
or Kayair just used a spell.
Would I be able to hear them that far away?
Yeah, you're like
Oh, okay.
25
but
feet away.
They
I mean,
understand.
it's through a building.
I mean, they understand me because like they speak common.
Yeah, everybody speaks common. They're just
So-
speaking to each
so-
other in
So
Orcish.
then I turn to the one. That's in the corner right here, and I point my finger at him, and I cast Dissident Whispers
Okay, on which one? In the corner? This one?
on
The one at full health, I think.
the one that right here, and I cast it, and he has to save against a
does not
DC of, and so he takes 15 damage of psychic damage.
He's the one that responded to the other one and said, there can't be more than the three of them. And he then his hands go up to his head, and he starts clutching at his ears and ripping it, because he has these sounds that are just emanating from inside his brain, and he can't get them out. And you see him like just howling in fear, like, "Aah!" And then he just falls over in a heap, and he's just twitching on the ground, and you can just hands crawling, like scratching at where his ears are, and he's just shriveling up into nothing, and his eyes start
Jeez.
bleeding.
And I
Oh
turn
my
back.
God.
And I turn back to the other one. And I say, "Drop."
Oh, did you? He cut out right when it was gonna be something epic and awesome. Damn it! I don't know what you said. All I heard was drop, and then your freaking camera. I hate the Skype. I hate the internet because I'm sure it was awesome, and you're not gonna be able to recreate it. So he doesn't even know what you said. He just heard drop and looks at his buddy, and he's like, and he drops. He just follows your command and decides that dropping is the right thing to do after whatever it is you just did to him. And in his drop, he actually he tries to like let himself down gently, and he slips again on ball bearings. And he takes one more damage. So he like
for these guys.
he bangs his head right on the ground. And he's conscious, and he's like, okay, no, you know what? Maybe I don't mess with you. You just yelled at that guy to death.
And so with my movement, I'd like to come. Can I climb through the window?
Sure, yeah, it's broken now. Be careful. Give me a dex save.
Okay. Dex save. Sorry.
Yeah, you deftly maneuver and muscle for rank right through the window.
That's what I was
Never heard that
hoping for.
before. That's clever.
And I say, I just continue saying, "Stay down." And I say to Kayair, I say, help Spangle. I'll make sure that this one stays down. And I just look menacing as using my intimidation from before. I'm just still like trying to intimidate the hell out of him.
Okay, so he's cowering. He's very intimidated. However, there are two other orcs that don't know anything about any of that, and they decide that they are going to go ahead and attack the dude that just busted the door up.
That's me.
Yes, it is. We have a 14. Does 14 hit your AC? And a 19.
Oh, are you talking to me?
No, to Corbin.
Okay, that's what I thought.
14 and a 19.
So I'm a 13.
Because that's 2 hits, and they're each for 9 damage. So 18 damage. And one of them stays still, and the other one moves around to your other side, kind of like blocking the way to upstairs.
Okay.
Kayair.
I am gonna go over to Spangle, who's probably proper bleeding out,
He certainly
and
is.
I actually picked up Spare the Dying with my Pact of Tome, so I'm going to cast that on her real quick.
Okay.
And try to stabilize. Bloop. But that's pretty much my entire movement because I don't really think I want to walk over those ball bearings.
It's a good call.
Yeah, I think I can move 1, 2 more after that. So I'll just go right there. And
Oh,
then
it actually takes 15. It took that orc took 17 damage. Sorry, 18 damage the last time, not 15, because I
you
cast
exploded his brain.
Yeah.
His
It's okay.
brain properly exploded. Yes, like the blood that you see dripping that you thought maybe was Spangle Luxies is actually brain blood from the orc that's on the ground clutching at his ears. So don't worry.
Yo.
You done
Very
good.
gruesome here.
Yeah.
It's getting dark.
So Corbin, your turn.
Radio. All right. I am going to cast Fog Cloud. It creates. How do I send the description? I don't.
Click on the spell.
Just
Click
click
it.
on the spell, not the info part of it, but the actual name.
Won't send anything. I'm clicking on the. Wait. I know why.
You got to go to spells. I think.
I'm in spells. I'm in the spell. When I click the red name, it just asks cast at what
Not-
level.
Oh, then
Oh
tell,
yeah, you have to cast it. Yeah, it's
have
just
to-
going to be a.
select
You
the
have to
level
click
you
the-
want to cast it at.
Okay.
Which I think you only have
cast it.
level 1 to cast it at.
Yeah,
Level,
Rangers.
right? Okay. So there you go. So I've casted Fog Cloud,
Okay, so you create a.
and I am running out the door. Can
I'll
I?
let you do that in an elevator.
All right, so if it's heavily obscured, I'm gonna give you. They are prepared for you to run one way. If you choose to run to dive through the window, they are not prepared for you to. They won't get opportunity attacks with them being heavily obscured if you don't go the path that they expect you to go. So,
Even with Fog Cloud? Okay.
well, it would be like if it's a full blown fogginess, 100% heavily obscured, they could still take a swipe at you and have disadvantage. But if you go a route that they don't expect you to go, I'm going to say that they don't see you at all.
Can my door? Okay, I'll try to jump out the window.
So go ahead and give me a acrobatics check.
Suicide is not the way.
I was gonna say I'm gonna laugh if you fail on this roll and then like you accidentally throw yourself against
Jump
the
into
wall.
the wall.
No,
Oh, I just ninja stuff.
you just
I like do like a triple backflip.
yeah,
thing.
it's beautiful. There's a twist in there somehow. And you land deftly outside without using more than 5 feet of your movement, and you are effectively away from the orcs. But you don't know what they will do because you no longer see them as much. I mean, they're heavily
They're still in that
obscured.
fog cloud.
Right.
That stays for the duration.
Yes.
Right, but that fog cloud leaks outdoors and around corners.
Yeah,
so
but it's a 20-foot radius. So if we centered it like here,
Pretty much
then
fills the room.
yeah, it fills this room and then like kind of bleeds out into this room, and you're still obscured right here in this area too.
okay.
So
Okay.
I'll even give you a kind of a circly thing. It's alt for that. So
And as I jump out, I yell to Beatrice, "Don't go in there."
we'll call it that circle. Okay. Spangle. You don't have to do any.
Spangle lies unconscious, and in her unconsciousness says, my frickin' head!
Yeah.
You talk when you're unconscious.
Apparently, in
Obviously.
a
Okay.
super horrible voice
Yeah.
with a New York accent.
All right, Beatrice. It's up to you.
All right, I'm gonna rush over to Corbin here, seeing that he's all banged up, just jumped out of a window, probably has glass all up in his face and stuff.
And his
And you
face-
saw how beautiful my jump was out the window.
Yeah,
too.
no, he's
Totally.
perfectly
You were blown away by it.
So I have a potion on me. I want to use my action to give it to him. Is that right?
Sure.
Okay.
You use
I'll
your
give you-
action and your bonus action to administer. Unless if you're just handing it to him, you can use a bonus action. But if you are using it and administering to it, it's your action and your bonus action.
All right. I'll use it. I'll give it to. I'll administer it to him. So I'll use both my actions. Action, bonus action.
Okie dokie.
Just
All right.
grab his face and shove it in there.
Yep.
My full health, right?
Yeah, so you heal back the maximum amount for that.
And I'm gonna be like, as I'm handing him the potion, I'm gonna be like, that looks super cool, but kind of painful. You alright?
Not really, but this potion helped me out.
Alright, cool. Happy to help.
All right, so you've got Clovis. It's up to you.
So I walk up to this orc that's right there, and I'm pointing my crossbow, and I say, "How many more are there in this house?" Like continuing my intimidation. You know that I can roll it again if you want me to, but
Yeah, he wants. This is an odd question for him because he wants you to roll another. I want you to roll another intimidation.
okay, I will. I will roll another intimidation, and I'm just like, "How many more orcs are there in this house? You better tell me, or you're gonna die."
Wow.
He says.
Crafts
He's
Eight.
pretty intimidated.
He has an accident.
Yeah, that was a critical.
We got green numbers.
I mean, his friend's head exploded. I kind of I understand.
What do you think is gonna happen, Jay?
There are another 11 upstairs, and at least one in the basement. I don't know if anybody else is on break, but there were 15 of us. I swear, that's all.
Where's Big Al and his family?
Family. Whatever is left of him is probably in the basement.
Oh.
All right. So you said there's 15 more above us?
There's 15 of us, man. Are you trying to trick me? I swear I'm telling the truth.
I look at him and I say, thanks. And I go ahead and cast Dissonant Whispers at him.
Doing a
Oh
lot of
my god,
things.
you're vicious.
It's like,
Oh my god.
He fails. Go ahead and roll damage.
He takes 3, so he took 5 damage.
His brain. Oh wait, only 5 damage? Oh,
I only rolled it for level. I only rolled it as
Gotcha.
level 1 spell.
you needed 5 damage because he fell for 1 when he fell on the ground. So he clutches at his ears and says, "But why? I cooperate." And just blood out of his nose and eyes and ears as he's
Wow.
a mirror image of the other one that's crumbled up into a sack of meat and blood on the ground.
Well, all right.
I need
And
adult.
so I turn to my last thing that I'll do is I turn to Kayair and I say, "Just let's burn them all. Set this house on fire."
All right. A little dark. Cool.
There's 15 of them above the thing.
that's what I was thinking about lighting the house on fire too. So
For what it's worth, he said that between the cellar and upstairs there were 15 of them. I don't know how that's getting misconstrued, but there were
I thought you
15.
said 15. Okay.
So it's 11 more. Which is still a lot.
let's burn it down.
I can
Uh,
do something that might do something.
Just
but
say
I
what's
think-
left
I
of
think the
Big
orcs gotta
Al is
go.
cool.
The orcs do go, and I just for whatever reason can't like move them because it's being weird. Oh, I think maybe I know why. Select move. The orcs go, and they took their turn.
Okay.
Kayair, up to you.
So there's a dead orc, there's Spangle over there.
There are 2 dead orcs.
Yeah, two dead orcs.
And almost a dead Spangle.
But isn't Spangle? But I thought Spangle was back up with like 1 hit
I'm
point.
No,
stabilized.
Spangle is
They're
stable. He
dying.
has 0 health.
Okay,
know
I'll run over.
I
That's what I'll do
don't
next.
know how to do it, but can I buy a potion and then force feed it to Spangle? I mean, I've got 19k points. I just don't know how to do it. Oh,
Yeah.
Thank
okay.
you.
Well, you have one.
So yeah, can I give Spangle a potion now
So
and use my
so
action and bonus
amazingly,
action?
go ahead and give me a perception roll.
No.
So
Oh,
you're amazed and shocked that in this moment of great need, a potion with a super flashy like label for surge extra surgy pops up
What,
into your hand.
Not Nature's Valley.
No, this is the potions.
it's not a granola bar.
So it's just it seems like the normal thing. Oh, this happened.
What the? Yeah, no surprises.
And
that-
administer to him.
yeah,
All right, sure.
so Spangle should be up to 10 now.
Sorry, it's her.
According to Twitch, Spangle has a potion too.
Well,
they were-
Spangle's unconscious.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you receive full
And her
healing.
purse is a mess. She has like a great big purse, and like you've seen, it is. It
Yeah,
is
I wouldn't
full.
find it.
There's a good half cubic meter of just like junk in there. It's like a
All right.
fantasy Louis Vuitton.
So everybody is alive in the party. There are 2 dead orcs. They are not a part of the party. And the 2 orcs that were heavily obscured by the fog have taken their action, and you are no longer currently in danger at this moment in time. And you can take a moment to confer, and you will have a very small amount of time because you have 3 minutes to talk about it while I run to the bathroom and then wash my hands for 20 seconds because I really have to pee. And then we're going to end it with whatever you decide to do. We'll call it. But I got to
I say we. Okay, you go for it. I say we burn the freaking house down.
So in regards to burning the house down, I've actually got an ability. I'll put it in the chat. It does something. It's gonna say it's casted, but it's just a suggestion.
So
Oh,
Big
nope,
Al's lost.
Yeah, they said they
What's
killed
left
him.
of him is downstairs. So I
Okay.
take
Well-
it there's.
Well, they said what
in
was
that
left.
house.
Left of
Right.
him.
Well, so
Spangle
what this
wasn't
ability
there yet.
does is it I guess since I can't really link it the same way I wanted to, so it does damage to a creature made of inorganic material or a non-magical object that isn't being worn or carried. Also takes damage if it's in the spell's area. So I could probably hit the house with that because it takes up it hits a 10-foot radius. So I could probably hit where the stairs are and make a big chunk of the house collapse, and we could light it on fire too. That's a thought. If you guys
Yeah.
wanted to do that.
That's a good thought to bring down the section. Like if we bring down the section of a house, that's good. And then we can still go into the cellar, which has 1 orc down there.
But we don't know for sure that
If Al's alive.
that Big Al's dead or alive, and maybe
Well,
some of
that's-
us say
Maybe
they said
he's
what's
tortured.
He
left.
specifically said what's left to him, which means
So-
he
But that
Which we need to bring back anyway. So
That's true. I
if
guess
we
can't
bring the
burn-
house down and still go into the cellar, we could still go into the cellar if you bring like this, like if you were to bring like this section of house down, or this part of the house down, or this part of the house down.
But
I'm yeah.
maybe some of his family is left down there.
Yeah, well, I mean, what's
Yeah.
left could have just been like an orcism, as we've got more food for later. They don't have to. Be
Oh my
dead.
gosh, you think he had an orcism?
I don't want to.
Could we
I'm
try
not
to
gonna say it
target
again.
Could we try to destroy the second floor? Focus there.
I
Where
mean,
most of them are.
I don't think that. I think that was a misunderstanding on my part. I think Jay said that there was 15
all
I thought-
together.
altogether. I think
So
he
there might
said,
only be like 5 more orcs, or however many Big Al's family was.
yeah. So there might be some over in the smithy. Like there might be some over in the.
They might not be all in the house.
So
Yeah.
I have torches and tinderbox. It wouldn't. We could burn the second floor up, or I don't know. Just a
Yeah.
thought.
Oh my gosh, you guys, we can't just kill them all in a fire without finding out if maybe they could change their lives for good or something.
They tried to kill. They did kill you.
No,
you were
they
knocked out.
almost killed
I
me.
don't
and
know.
Almost killed you.
Clovis.
They
blew
made
up
Clovis,
2
like-
heads.
I was gonna say they made Clovis so mad that he just melted their brains.
He did
Yes.
just melt 2 faces.
That was because you were attacked, Spangle. You were knocked out. I couldn't deal
You
with
know
it.
what? You're right. You know what? F those guys. F those guys right in the
Yeah,
A.
Jason, give me a brief.
Mm.
F those guys.
They almost ruined your new shoes.
Almost.
Your shoes are nearly destroyed.
Again.
And your new leather, your like very cool padded leather, like shoulder pads you had on.
I got orc blood all over it. I just got it out. Oh.
And we could mount and just kill anything that tries to run outside.
So from where you're standing, you do see. So Courtney or Beatrice, you're standing in front of these black doors to the cellar. You have the windows are all open, and you don't see anybody. You believe that maybe alerting them to your presence coming in, they were hiding as best they could against walls, and even you're peering through, they were maybe laying down on the ground and all that. But you Corbin, when you were in that room, you did see stairs going upstairs. From peering around the doors, you did see stairs going upstairs in the dining room, and yeah, that's what we got. Whole bunch of doors, and then apparently fires that are definitely the way to go. So.
I mean, we should definitely group up right now at the minimum and get back together.
I think it would be a good idea to post up together. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you guys want, we could take a look in the cellar. There might
We
be
could
living
peek in and
humans
see
hiding in there.
what the
We
threat
can-
level is.
We can yell and comment.
I could
Um,
fog cloud him again if if we need to get out.
Yeah, go fart him out of that place.
Yeah.
Right amount of.
So that
I think
is
a
an
stinky
option.
fog cloud.
So
Yeah.
so I think
our
that
whole mission is Oh, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say that whatever you guys decide, I think that we should. You've talked about the possibilities, and I think that we should find out how this all wraps up maybe next week, when hopefully streaming issues are fixed.
Nectar.
How's that sound?
on.
If we're all still
Fine.
here.
Yeah.
It's offline again.
If we make
We
it,
don't all have the corona.
I mean,
no.
there's nothing stopping us from streaming if we do have it. Short of
It's
not
not
being
from
able to
us
speak.
dying.
Yeah.
Except for a lot of coughing. I just
As
As long
I,
as we
touch
don't,
the
as long as we
microphone.
don't roll ones on our D100, we'll be okay.
Yeah.
So
we've just been kept a lot longer than we should have been on, so it just didn't.
Making up for last time.
Yeah, well, yeah. Out of 100, oof, that's not a good one. All right, so
No.
so we'll
Nice lift, though.
pick this up where we are exactly as we stand next week, and we'll find out what happens to the Butterskull Ranch.
Oh my gosh.
Sound good?
Gosh.
All right.
Sounds
Awesome,
good.
guys. Thank you so much. Sorry for having to take a bathroom break, but I was floating in pee.
You gotta go. You gotta go.
Gross.
we're all surviving Corona.
Floating
Weird.
in it.
Yeah, my
That's
teeth
very
were.
strange.
They were like,
Bye, Jay.
bye.
Bye-bye.
Enjoy.
Watch time.
Bye,
Everybody stay
Fred.
safe. Wash
Bye,
your hands for 20
Anthony.
seconds.
Bye, Courtney.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Have fun overwatching.
We will. Anybody else gonna Anthony playing?
I'll probably play a little bit, yeah, but I gotta go potty first.
Okie dokie. All right, we're gonna BRB for 5, and I'm gonna check on Ilana.